Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to day one, session one of the Toddlers Yoga Teacher Training for the fall edition. And we're going to start with a practice class in which we're going to go to the zoo. So these classes are designed for 2 to 3 year olds or a little bit older. It's absolutely fine. But we can have our mini yogis start these classes from age 2, and we're going to go and explore a day at the zoo. Let's come have a look and see who we get to meet. Okay, so everybody, come onto your mats. Sit up really nice and tall. Sit up cross-legged, really, really nice and tall. Beautiful, really good, fantastic. So you're keeping your back really nice and straight. Make your body look really, really, really tall. Very good, amazing. And let's take a big breath into our nose. Find our fingertips and reach your fingertips all the way up, 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 up to the sky. Really nice, fantastic. And slowly, slowly, slowly follow your fingertips down, 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 as if they were raindrops down to the sides of your body. And one more time, taking a big breath into your nose. Reach your fingertips out. Very good. Hello, ghost. And reach your fingertips all the way up. You are in the way. And slowly follow your fingertips all the way down the sides as if they were little raindrops as you breathe out very softly, very slowly through your nose. You're doing awesome. Okay, and one last time. Taking a big breath in, reaching your fingertips forward. Out, 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 out. Wiggle your fingertips back at me. Very nice. Yay. And slowly fingertips all the way up to the sky. Touch the sky. Beautiful. And now watch those raindrops fall slowly, slowly, slowly falling down, down, down as you breathe out through your nose. Fantastic. Okay, so in yoga, we have very important things to do. And one of the most important things to do is to breathe, okay? Do you know how we breathe? We use our nose. Can you show me where your nose is? Very good. We use our nose to breathe in and breathe out. We can also use our mouth, but mainly let's focus on using our nose, okay? So we're going to imagine we have a breathing ball, and this ball is so magical. When you take a big breath in, it grows. Pop! Look at that. Yeah, it becomes nice and big. This is what happens to your body when you take a big breath in and slowly begin to breathe out through your nose, and you make the breathing ball, the magical breathing ball, small again. Okay, can we all do that? If you have one of these spheres or breathing balls, please use it. If you don't, we can also use our hands and make an energy ball. So let's make an energy ball in between our hands. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can give it a color, you can give it speed, you can give it glitter, whatever you want, because this is your magical ball, okay? So slowly now, hold it, take a big breath in and make it grow. In 1, breathing in 2, breathing in 3, breathing in 4, breathing in. Wow, it got so super big, amazing. And now slowly breathing out. Hold it, hold it, hold it, stay strong. Breathing out through your nose, slowly in 5, slowly in 4, slowly in 3, slowly in 2, slowly in 1. You're doing beautiful, good job. Do you think we can do this one more time? Big breath into your nose, 1, 2, 3, and hold. Slowly breathing out through your nose. Good job. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. And one last time, breathing into your nose for 1, 2, and 3, and breathing out through your nose in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Goes. This is not a snack, it's a breathing ball. Okay? Right. She's very excited. She wants to come to the zoo. All right, let's put the breathing balls away. That's amazing. And you did awesome in doing a gorgeous breathing exercise using your nose and your breathing ball. So now our body is nicely warmed up. Let's go and see the rainbow. Is there a rainbow? Can you look around? Let's go and see the rainbow. Oh, yeah, because we had a little bit of rain, right? Didn't we? So now the rainbow shines upon us. Let's take a big breath in and make a rainbow with our arms. We found the rainbow. Look at that. Say hello. Hello, rainbow. And do you have a favorite rainbow color? Can you think about it? Way and coming all the way around the other way. Fantastic. Really good. Big breath in. Remember to breathe into your nose. Whoopsie, rainbow to one side. Good job. Nice rainbows. And slowly breathe in. Breathe out. Rainbow to the other side. Beautiful. Okay, take a big breath in, reaching up, 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 up. Touch the sky. Fantastic. And slowly come all the way forward. Bring your hands in front of you. And slowly walk your hands to my fingertips. Reach for my fingertips. Stretching out your backs, really good. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your back, and relaxing your head all the way down to the ground. Good job. Take a big breath in. Reach your hands up. Stay nice and strong. Fingertips to the sky. Touch the rainbow ends. Really good over your heads. Make a nice big rainbow. That feels fantastic. Really, really good. Okay, are we ready to go to the zoo? Yes. Who do you think we're going to go and see? Do you have any favorite zoo animals? Yes? No? Maybe? Okay, let's think of the animals that we might actually get to see. One is very, 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 very small. One is a super small animal. Who might we get to see? Ooh, it's a little squeak, squeak, squeak. It's a little mouse. Oh, Ghost is so excited. Okay, can everybody come and make the mouse? Make your body really, really nice and small. Wiggle your little mousy tail and hide yourself. Very good. Squeak, 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 squeak. Very good. Squeak, 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 squeak. Fantastic. Very nice mice. Beautiful mice. And why are the mice hiding? Who are they hiding themselves from? Ah, the mice are hiding themselves from the snakes. Do you think we're going to go and see snakes? Ah, they probably have some reptiles there, don't they? So stretching your body out like a snake. Make your body really nice and long. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Ghost. And slowly hiss like a snake. Keep your tail together, legs together behind you like a nice long snake tail. And slowly. Good job. Push the ground away. You can make a smaller snake or a bigger snake. Go hissing around. Good job. Nice snakes. Very good. Any other animals that we might get to see? Who can we think of? Ah, who can we think of? Rawr. Some cats. Maybe some cats. Ghost, are you at the zoo? Maybe, or are you coming with us? Maybe we get to see some cats or some big cats. Okay, ready for the cats? Meow. Making a circle with your back. Meow. Really good cats. Very, very good. These are the small cats, but how about the big cats? Meow. Do you know any big cats? Can you think of any big cats that we might go and see? Oh, yeah, I can think of a tiger. Ready? Okay, let's come into our hands and find our tiger tail. Really good. Look at your tiger tail. You can make circles. Is your tail curling up? Is your tail nice and long? Very good. Nice tiger tail. Fantastic. Very good. Oh, is your tiger a little bit wild this morning? Your tiger might be hungry. We don't know. Okay, find your tiger tail to the other side. Good job. Okay, amazing. Nice long tail. Very good. A nice curly tail. Excellent. Good job. Well done. Many animals. Okay. Do you have a favorite one? All right. Okay. Take a big breath in. Let's curl our toes under and lift our tails all the way up. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, yes, the dogs. Of course. Woof, woof. Always so excited. Woof. Wiggle your tail to the sky. Shake your head off. Shake your back. Shake your shoulders. Shake your legs off. Woof, woof. Oh, the doggy knows we're going somewhere because we're getting ready to go and he wants to come with us. Look, he's so excited. How's your doggy today? Is he jumping? Is he very happy? Woof, woof, woof. Is he just having a chilled out morning? Are you just walking around, just chilling out, wondering what's going on? Why are they getting ready? Where are they going? Am I coming with you? Woof, woof. Did your doggy get a treat? All right. Good job. Good dogs. Woof, woof. Run your feet to your hands. Woof. And find your feet. Now begin to tap on your feet, relaxing your head, relaxing your shoulders. Let's get ready to go. Tapping on your shins, tapping on the back of your legs, onto your calf muscles, waking up your body because it's nice and early. If our body is still a little bit, oh, I don't know. Do I want to move? Do I not want to move? We're better off just waking it up. So going up and down your legs, making sweeps in and out your legs. Feeling your legs tapping or sweeping up and down and up. Coming all the way onto our hips. Very good. Tap on your body. You can go faster. You can go slower. You can tap harder. You can tap softer onto your bottom, onto your hips. Give them a shake off. Good job. Shake it off. Fantastic. Okay, and when you get to your belly, making nice circles on your belly. Really good. Okay, good job. Fantastic. Hey, Magic. Oh, we might as well see panthers. Aha! Are you the panther? Wow, I think you must be the Black Panther. What do you think? Ooh, and belly rubs feel really nice. The panther always comes in when we're doing nice things. He's very sensitive. He just does nice things. Okay, really good. All right, let's find our arms and our shoulders. See if we're getting into more action. He just goes and does his thing. All right, arms and shoulders. So from your hands all the way up, finding your arms, finding your shoulders, finding your body parts. Connect into the back of your shoulders, down your arm. That feels really nice. Oh, and after the rainbow, we get the sun shining and we get to see some butterflies, okay? So tapping gently on your shoulders and we get to see some butterflies. Really good. Amazing butterflies. You can be a small butterfly, a big butterfly. You can flutter. Good job. Okay. Amazing. Now taking a big breath in. Let's make the butterfly wings open. Yes, nice and wide. Give her a lot of space and slowly find your heart and tap onto your heart. Really good. Tapping onto your heart center, onto your heart space. Fantastic. Around your collarbones. Very good. Imagine your collarbones, this lovely necklace. And you wear it every day. Okay. Beautiful. And now let's find our heads. Ready? Tapping onto our heads. You can go softer or you can go a little bit faster. You can tap with your fingertips. You can make gentle fists and tap with your knuckles. Tapping around with your fists. Really good. And we have more guests joining. Are you ready to come to the zoo? We're just getting ourselves ready. And tapping on your head and tapping on your forehead. All right. Find that cross line, that hairline that meets your face and your head. Okay. Good. Onto your forehead, onto your temples, onto the side of your face, onto your cheeks. Good. And just follow around. Follow your intuition. See what feels nice. Okay. Around the face, it should feel really nice. Fantastic. In 3, in 2, and 1. Begin to shake your legs off. Shake your body off. Shake your whole body off. Just let go. we're gonna enjoy. It's a nice, beautiful day, and we're gonna go and see lots of different animals at the zoo. Ready? Okay. Are you ready for a song? Oh, let's get singing, okay? Singing as we go. We're just gonna walk to the zoo. It's walking distance, so we might as well enjoy it, okay? The rain's off now, the sun is shining. We woke up our body, we got ready, we gave our doggy lots of treats, and everybody's happy. So let's march along, and we might as well sing a happy song. Ready? So we're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you? Say we're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you? Fantastic. And one more time, because we're almost there. Let's sing a little faster. Now we're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you? Say we're going to the zoo, zoo, zoo. How about you, you? Great! And we made it to the gates. Fantastic. Look, there's a big, big star. Wow. It's a stargate. Okay. Do you think we can cross it? Which way are we going to cross it? Let's see if we can go this way. To one side. Flying star, shooting star. Excellent stars. Okay, we crossed one side of the star. Now we need to cross the other side of the star. Ready? Whoa, tack, 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 tack to the other side. Good job. Amazing. Really, really good. Excellent. Okay. Ha! Now we have a second challenge. I think we did so well. The zoo is giving us a little bit more of a challenge. Okay. We have a second star. It's not a flying star, but it's a shooting star. Okay. Ready? Let's find our balance and shoo! Shooting stars. Look at all those beautiful shooting stars. Amazing. Really, really good. Ready to do the other side? Find your star. Good. Find your shooting star. Yay! Fantastic. Good job. Well done, stars. Okay, amazing. Okay, now we have another smaller gate in the shape of a moon. It's got a moon shape. Okay, what does the moon look like? Oh, it's a crescent moon. Okay, let's bring our hands together over our heads. We can keep our legs together or bring one leg in front of the other and make a moon shape. It's a crescent moon, so everybody can go and cross it. Yay! We got 3 moons there. Yay! Some were wiggly moons. Amazing. Yes, well done. Have you ever seen 3 moons together? That's so cool. Okay, moon to the other side. Take a big breath in, stretch it out. Yay! Stretch it out to the other side. Fantastic. Okay, nice crescent moons. One way and the other way. Beautiful. It depends on which way you're looking at it from. Depends on your angle and your perspective. Good job. And guess what the best part is? We made it to the zoo. And now we have the biggest star shining all the way over our heads, right upon us. Who must we say hello to? The sun. Are you ready to say hello to the sun? Yeah? So taking a big breath in, reaching your hands all the way up. What do we say? Hello, sun. Good job. Nice big stretch. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. Really good. And let's come all the way down and find our toes. Hello, my toes. Hello, my toes. Okay. Everybody, one more time, taking a big breath in. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. And coming all the way forward. Hello, my toes. Hello, my toes. Hello, my toes. Okay, let's be really quiet now. I think we're coming to the reptiles. Shh, I feel scared. Okay, some can be a little scary. Let's see. Oh, there's some water around here. Let's see. Careful. Oh, who do we see? Oh, wait, they're sleeping. Who do we see? Big, sleeping crocodile. Okay, so we have to be really quiet. sleeping crocodile. You can make a pillow with your hands and bring your forehead onto your hands. Keep your legs together as your crocodile tail. Okay? Take a big breath into your belly and breathe out. Relax your body like the sleeping crocodile. Oh no. Oh no. The crocodile is about to wake up. Look, it's wiggling its tail. Look, 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 it's wiggling its tail. Why do you think that is? Oh, look at that. The crocodile woke up. Snap, snap, snap. Why do you think that is? The crocodile woke up. Snap, 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 snap. I think the crocodile must be hungry. Wow! Oh, yeah, the crocodile is definitely hungry and he's heard us in the background and someone must be having some snacks. So he's obviously been woken up by the smell of that lovely chicken nugget and by the smell of that lovely pizza slice or by the smell of that lovely sausage, hot dog. Who's having snacks? And the crocodile can't wait to share them with you. What can you feed your crocodile? Ready for the song? Okay, taking a big breath in. Where is your crocodile? Snap, snap, snap. Your hungry crocodile. Snap, snap, snap. Feeding your crocodile. Snap, snap, snap. One big snap. Okay, you have to be ready to feed your crocodile something. Share your snacks with a crocodile, or else you're in a lot of trouble, okay? Really good crocodiles. Oh, yeah. Oh, you've given them lots of food. Ah, so happy the crocodile is now full. I think it's going to sleep again. Okay. Pillow with your hands. There's nothing better than a full belly. Look at it. It's just rocking its tail. So rock your tail like a full crocodile. Okay? Rocking your tail. Very good. And by rocking your tail, you're also rocking your legs a little bit gently. You can go faster, you can go slower. And also your belly is rocking on the ground. Ah, that feels so nice. I think the crocodile is ready to go sleep again. Oh, the crocodile's dreaming of all those chicken nuggets. Ah, and it's dreaming of that nice pizza slice. I'm so cheesy. So smelly, so good. It had tons of oregano as well. What else? Oh, there was even some ice cream. There was also some hot dog. Somebody even gave me a carrot, but that was not quite so good. Okay. Wow. All right. Moving on from the crocodiles. Were you scared? I was a little bit scared. I just don't know what the crocodile is going to do next. All right. Still in the reptiles. Did we not talk about seeing the snakes? Here's a big, big snake. Are you ready for the snakes? Taking a big breath in, bringing your hands under your shoulders, legs together like a nice long snake tail. Ready? Good job. Coming up into your snakes and slowly hiss around, look around, twist your back, see your tail behind, twist again. Good, check it out. Good job. And slowly coming all the way down. Oh, look at that, a small snake. Small hissing for the small snake. Can you make snake circles? It's the snake dance. Making circles with your head. Keep it small. Good job. Last one. Fantastic. And slowly pushing the ground away, coming onto your hands and onto your feet. Okay. Wiggling your tail. Oh. Ooh. Who's that? Ooh, who's that? Oh, oh, they're from the dog's family. Oh, they must smell our dog. Okay. Oh, who can we see? They're not very friendly. Oh, look, they're kicking their legs up. Oh, and they're showing their teeth. Show me your teeth. Oh, it's an aggressive. It's the cousin's dog. It's the aggressive cousin's dog. It's never very happy. They're called hyenas. Ooh, very good. Okay. All right. Nice hyenas. Where's the hyenas taking us to? Okay. The hyenas is taking us to see the birds. What birds do you think we can see at the zoo? Have you thought about it? Okay, the hyenas are taking us to see flamingos. Ready for your flamingo? The flamingos are beautiful birds and they are pink. Okay, and they walk backwards. It feels like they're walking backwards because their knees are different from our knees. Okay, ready for the flamingo? Let's find our knee in front and let's find our flamingo wings. You can keep your foot down or bring your foot up if you can balance. Good job, nice flamingos. Look at that flamingo park. Yay, nice bird park. Fantastic. Okay, keep your leg in front of you. Good job. Nice work. Okay, let's change side. The flamingo to the other side. Let's see if you can balance to this side, okay? Ready? So keep the toe in front of you. Very gently. Lift it off. See how it goes. Very good. Nice flamingos. Yeah. Keep it small. Keep it small. Keep it small. Okay. Good job. Nice. Well done. Very good. And keep it down. Nice flamingos. Okay. Excellent. And after the flamingos, who else can we see? Oh, wow. Can you hear them? So excited and so happy to see you guys. It's the elephant. Whee! Okay, ready for the elephant? Taking a big breath in, reaching your hands up. You're going to make an elephant trunk, okay? So together, keeping a big space in between your feet. The elephants are excited because they're going to have a nice shower, okay? Ready? Let's accompany the elephants to have a nice shower. Taking a big breath in, make your hands together, making your elephant trunk. You can bend your knees. Good. Load up your trunk into the nice fresh water. And when your trunk is full, and that felt so good. It's such an epic, wonderful shower. One more time. Ready? Elephant trunk, hands together. So happy. And load it up. Get some nice fresh water from the river. Load it up, and when the trunk is full, yeah. So good. Do you know the elephant song? You know the elephants, they go stomping? Okay, let's go stomping along and sing to the elephant song. Have you seen the elephant, the elephant, the elephant? Have you seen the elephant? Lives on Elephant Street. Ready? Hands together for your elephant trunk because you're happy elephants today. You just had the best shower ever. Okay? Ready? So now you're walking along really happily and you're singing your elephant song. Have you seen the elephant, the elephant, the elephant? Have you seen the elephant? Lives on Elephant Street. That was fantastic. Good job. Really nice. Amazing. Thank you, elephants. So we say goodbye to Elephant Street. Bye bye, Elephant Street. We'll come back another day. Lovely to see you. Back from Elephant Street. We're not going to walk. We're just going to actually swim along with the otters. Have you ever seen an otter? The otters are excellent swimmers. They love to swim. And they actually chill very nicely on their backs and they balance on their tails. And when the otter babies are with the mama otters, they go on their bellies and they take the stream all the way down. Okay, that's how they swim so beautifully and so happily. So let's take the stream down and go all the way like an otter. Let's make a circle with our back, holding onto our shins. Okay, ready? All right, so we're getting off the boat. Ew, I'm coming into the water. Fantastic, very good. Now get your otter tail out so you can float. Really good. And floating down the stream like an otter. Fantastic. You can go a little faster with your tail, or you can go a little slower with your tail, or you can just absolutely relax. Look into that blue sky. Sun is shining. It is a beautiful day. I just let the water carry you. Enjoy the current. Think of everything that you did today as you float down the river and the stream. Just go with the flow. Let the water take you all the way down. It doesn't really matter where you're going. Just enjoy the floating feeling. Oh, and if you're looking up, you see the rainbow. One more time, and it's surrounding you. You're in all these beautiful rainbow colors. Oh, do you have a favorite rainbow color? Is it still the same rainbow color as you had before? Or have you actually changed it? All right. Okay, you can have all of the rainbow colors as favorite rainbow colors. That is so beautiful. Wow. And keeping your favorite rainbow color or all of your rainbow colors wrapped up together in a color ball. We're going to make this beautiful color ball rest on our bellies as we relax our body, bringing your tails down. You can keep your feet on the ground, on the water, or you can keep your feet all the way out and bring your hands in that beautiful energy ball with all the rainbow colors over your belly. Slowly relaxing your body, keeping your body soft. Taking a big breath into your nose. See if you can reach your belly. When you take a big breath in, remember your body gets really nice and big. And slowly breathe out, letting go. And remember, when you breathe out, your body gets smaller. And one more time, breathing in all the way to your belly, making your belly nice and big. And slowly breathing out, letting go, making your belly smaller. And again, taking a big breath in, making your body nice and big, belly nice and big, 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 and slowly breathe out, making your belly smaller. And slowly, as you stay there, breathing into your belly, breathing into the energy ball with all these beautiful rainbow colors, I want you to remember all of the animals that we saw today on our trip to the zoo. It was so nice that we actually walked all the way there, that we crossed all the stargates and all the moon gates, that we met snakes and crocodiles and tigers and panthers. Wow. And those flamingo birds. That was so beautiful. And it's so funny how they walk. And the elephants having a bath, showering their backs. And they were so happy. The swimming otters. Remember how happy they were and how relaxing it was to swim down, accompanying them, joining them in a nice little water adventure. That's beautiful. Now I want you to take a big breath in and bring all these memories into your heart. So bring in your energy ball and your hands over your heart. And slowly connecting back with your bodies, wiggling your fingertips, wiggling your toes. You can open your eyes back up again. And do whatever your body needs to do. If you need to stretch, if you need to yawn, feel free. This is a safe space. If you need to curl, if you need to turn, if you need to do some air kicking, that's fine. And slowly roll your body to one side. Very nice. And push the ground away. Good job. Sitting up nice and tall. Fantastic. We come back to where we started. And when we finish a yoga class, what do we say? Reach our hands over our heads. We make our crowns. Good job. We bring our hands over our mouths and our throats and over our hearts. And what do we say? Namaste. Good job. Well done. Excellent. That was beautiful. Well done. How's everybody feeling? Any questions? Would you like to share anything? Yeah, just open up your microphone and please share. I'll come a little closer.
Yeah, hello. Thank you for the
Hello.
practice.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have a few questions. So I brought the kids to do it with you. They started it like kind of 10 minutes later, and just they left 5 minutes ago. They are 6 years old. Now I know that they are younger than their age, but I felt like it was long. So they couldn't really focus or engage. I don't know how much it's okay for them like to do some or not. They were playing a little bit together, and then I was drawing back their attention again to look at the lady, what she's doing, blah blah blah, and then they would look at you and then do it again. I don't know if you were able to see what they were able to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your question. It's they're both six, right? The twins.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Sorry if I ask the same questions over again. I'm
that's
struggling.
okay.
Until I make myself familiar with everyone, which is pretty much
Oh,
5 years
sure.
because it's so short. It's attention span.
Yeah,
The attention span you have to build. It's like your endurance you have to build. When you start running or when you start swimming, when you start any activity, you don't run for an hour, you don't swim for an hour. You just make yourself familiar with what your body can do, with what's expected, with what running is about, or with what swimming is about. I don't know if you remember anything that you started maybe a long time ago, maybe not so long ago, but any new skill requires rewiring and figuring out, and you need attention span. And when you first start doing things, it's exhausting. It is exhausting because the entire cognition has to be put 100% to that one new task, to that one new skill, which is not necessarily built in you. Okay, so you may not have any prior connection to a physical activity such as yoga or any other discipline that involves movement. And also at that age, the attention span is short. Okay, so if they did 10 minutes today, well done. The class was roughly 40 minutes long. It is slightly too long. So if anybody was having toddlers practice with them, or you will be practicing this class or in a very similar format inspired by this class with toddlers, they will do 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and you've done very, very well. Consider yourselves like top, okay? Because they come and go. Maybe within the 30 minutes, if you continue to encourage them, they will come and go. They will like the elephant. They will join the elephant because they think it's great. Then in the otter, they might just think this is not so great, so then I won't do it. And I find something else to get myself entertained with. And then they will come back maybe for the rainbow again, or for the relaxation, or maybe not. That's it. It's too much. So they come and go, they're in and out. But this is how you build their endurance, their attention span, their skills as well. Choosing also what they like, what they don't like. But I think they did a lot. They were
They
trying.
did.
Hey,
They
yeah.
did. They did.
Was
I
that
just wanted
time?
to bring them back to the attention. That's all. I think like if it was 20 minutes, yeah, for sure they would have done it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine they did well.
Mhm.
Uh, the thing is also when you ask questions, so they answer you back. So if
Yeah.
you're in a class and there are several kids and they are talking at the same time, yeah, it's fine. Like this is how it goes.
That's it. It's very completely different from adult classes. In adult classes, if they ask questions, it's internal. It's for you to work with yourself. It's your homework. With the kids, it's bouncing because your energy bounces and their energy bounces back. Okay, so it's very interactive with kids. You also keep their attention and you also give them the opportunity to express. It's like, oh, my opinion is important. What are you feeding the crocodile? A pizza, a cupcake. Yes, okay, whatever. I get all sorts of food offered to the crocodile, and it's all fine because you know what? A crocodile even eats stones. They eat rocks. So that's a crocodile. It's just gonna go for anything. It's just
Would
gonna be
you
so
answer
happy.
back? Because you are
Do I
moving.
interact with them? Yeah.
Yeah, you would answer back.
Mm-hmm.
And you would interrupt the course because you were moving as if
No,
nobody's answering you back.
no, that's where you actually have to draw the boundary because you cannot be feeding the crocodile for 45 minutes. That's unrealistic. So you do a couple of them and then oh, I think the crocodile is full now. That's it. When the crocodile is full, that's the cue. Crocodile goes to sleep again. And it also teaches the child that the crocodiles, I mean, the reptiles, they just function from a reptilian brain. It's very basic. They sleep, they eat, they reproduce. So that's it. The crocodile was sleeping. We woke the crocodile up. We fed it. It's going back to sleep. End of section. And then you go on to the next section. Also, it has to be fast and snappy because anybody else giving anything else to the crocodile and you've run out of ideas and you've run out of food and you're stuck in there like the crocodile's still hungry. Just 3 or 4 things. Some groups are chattier than others. Some children are more confident in sharing than others. Sometimes they offer, oh, a pizza or some chicken. Okay. And if they're very quiet, I just give them a couple more things. Do you think the crocodile's going to enjoy chicken wings, or do you think the crocodile's going to enjoy some kale or some quinoa salad? Maybe I get a yes or no from the kids, and if not, well, I just feed the crocodile what I have in my bag today, and then we carry on. That's it. Maybe the next time we see the crocodile in the same class or in another class, they're a bit more open. It depends also on their personality and how well and how long they've known me for, how comfortable they feel. Of course, at home is very different. If they're in a group setting or in school, it's a separate thing. Yeah.
Okay, and do you think answering them back and asking too many questions can reduce the attention span to the exercise itself? Like I just want to understand with kids, do you care about them doing the step or just the whole thing? Answering and doing it and looking at you, I want to.
Yeah, it's a multi-sensory experience.
Mm.
Yeah, so the stimulation goes 360s on all levels. So at that age, you want to stimulate the sensory and the motor cortex, which are right on the top of the head, like through here in this part of the skull, through in the brain is here. So you want that full interaction. So sensory and motor cortex involves all of the movement. It doesn't have to be perfect, but they try as much as they can, and some days are better than others, and sometimes they come in and they're not in a very good mood and they leave in a very good mood, and I resonate with that because I explained yesterday when I first started yoga, I was not really happy to go, but I was happy to come out because of the feel good factor. So you see that transition in the emotion in the children as well, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Okay. And also in that stimulation, when you give them cues and when you ask them questions and when you bring another animal, uh, their interaction is different. And some animals are happy and some animals are excited and some animals are not very people friendly. So it's a learning experience beyond movement because yeah, hyenas are not a friendly animal, and neither are crocodiles for the most part. So you give them a sense of learning through movement beyond a yoga class. Okay? Because you learn through topics, you learn through themes, you learn through emotions, you learn through sharing experiences, and you also learn. So if I ask you what was your favorite animal, which is one of my questions for you, or what was your favorite color, you're also going to learn about that energy. Okay. When you're two, you don't realize, but from an adult perspective, that's where you want the child to be at.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
much clearer. Okay,
Develop
last
that level
question.
of awareness. You're teaching awareness. You're
Mm,
teaching multi-dimensional and multi-sensory awareness. And there is no better way of teaching and learning awareness than through sensory and motor stimulation. That's why I'm totally anti-iPads. iPads and mobile phones for children below the age of, I'm going to say 12, but it doesn't help. Certainly below the age of 6, you're damaging the child's brain because the child's brain does not develop through stimulation, which is an overdose of flashing images, colors, and sounds that are actually very aggressive for a very young brain that's developing. Okay, so then the child's overdose in that dopamine stimulation through a screen, since sometimes they're babies and I see babies in their pram with the screens on, and I just want to stop what I'm doing. Even if I'm driving, I just want to stop the car and get out of the car and say, "Stop! Can I please talk to you for a moment?" But of course, I can't do that. But I do mention it. I'm just raising awareness because then we start having a lot of behavioral issues and learning issues, and this is where it comes from, partially. Okay, partially where it comes from because we're not built to learn and develop through screens. That is not only not giving the child an opportunity to learn, but it's preventing the child from developing as they should. And from then later on, when they're 8, 9, 10, and they're doing proper learning in school, to actually acquire that information, retain that information, and work with that information and further develop um, as they grow. Does that make sense? Yeah.
yeah, sure, sure.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
0 to 6, the stimulus has to be through sensory. So crafting, coloring, painting. What happened to all of that? Singing, touching, clapping. Yeah, feel your body. Tapping on your head, find your friend, hold hands, make a moon, do a cartwheel. Even if it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, it's not about the result. We're not looking at the end result. This is not a competition. We're just looking at the fun in experimenting and in trying, okay? And in learning about trying and how we cope and connect with our body. The iPad doesn't do that, okay?
100%. Okay, very clear. Just the last question. Do you recommend any place where we can buy these props? And if you have other,
Yes, props. Oh, let me get through this section. If I forget, stop me. But I will talk you through props, because props is a big section of toddlers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, do you have any other questions?
No, thanks. Thanks so much.
Okay. Totally agree. Yeah, about iPads. Yeah. I honestly don't know who started iPads in schools. It just makes me I'm a very emotional person. I have a mix of Anglo-Saxon and Latin blood. So I'm a quarter Cuban, and in Cuba, we're known for throwing things when we get really upset. Okay. So it's like, I want to throw the toys out of my pram, literally. This is how serious it's serious. It really is serious. Who suggested it and who approved it? It's just one of those things. But the important thing is that now we are aware, hey, this is not helping, this is not working, it's not supporting children, so off iPads. One very important thing as well about motor skills, sensory and motor cortex, for fine motor skills, which you need for writing. All of these activities that we did with the hands, with the elephants, holding hands this way and that way, it looks really silly, but it is not silly at all. Okay, it's actually super important, hugely important. Why? Because you're strengthening your hands and your fingers. Okay, in strengthening your hands and your fingers and learning that coordination, which you need for handwriting, just to hold a pencil properly. And it's hard for many people, and many people actually need occupational therapy or a therapist to actually help them hold the pen properly or the pencil properly. And the funny part is, it's never too late. Okay, but sometimes children actually require therapy at the age of 9 or 10 because they didn't go through early intervention experiences, such as touching, playing, breaking. Oh, they broke things. That's a part of learning. Make sure you don't have very expensive china around, so the child's going to break it, but make sure you have something around that the child's going to break, and it's not going to be a problem, because that's how they learn. That's part of the development, and that creates that neuroconnectivity and that neuropath from brain to fingertips all the way through. It's a long way, and then that gives you the dexterity to actually be able to write. And the iPad doesn't do that. Okay, sorry, iPads. I have nothing against iPads. And a very good friend of mine was in the first iPad project, and we've discussed this, of course, before. But the iPads were also never meant to be used in education. That being said, okay. All right, more questions. Lila has her hand up, and then Evie. Lila, are you there? Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering about the work that you sent online, because I can't get onto it from my so
Yes, I've got a message. I will, the message just came through as we open the call, so it's been acknowledged. Okay, so I will
thank you.
send you to another email so you can access. Why can you
Thank
not
you.
access that? I don't know, but again, technology sometimes does that, so you find what works for
Yeah.
you. I will reassign to the other email, and then you tell me if it's working for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, no problem. Do you have any questions about the class?
Nothing.
All right, cool. Evie?
Yeah, hi Carla. Just checking, like for yoga adults, right? I mean, there is a stage of warming up, salutation, and then go on. Is it also necessary for the toddlers? Because
There is.
sometimes when I do class, I kind of forgot about doing a little bit of sun salutation, so I'm not so sure whether it's it's supposed to be there for toddlers class.
Yeah, we did a kind of baby sun salutation, because we said hello to the sun, and then we found our toes, and then we went down to the ground, and then we met the snakes again, and then we had the hyenas, and we came out of it. So that was our sun salutation. We will work on it today.
So what I mean is that it also has to be procedure, right? It has to be.
Yeah. There's a method. Oh, there's a big method. But it just looks like, whoa, you're just literally playing, because the method is play-based methodology, but there is a lot of methodology, okay? And yeah, the classes are structured. There is a warm-up, there are breathing exercises, isolated breathing exercises in which you only focus on finding your nose and finding your breath and keeping your mouth closed. Of course, I have to talk through, so it's hard for me to count and keep my mouth closed. But once they've actually learned the breathing ball exercise, mouth breathing, they just forget. Then I just go, I don't talk anymore, or I reduce my words, and mouth closed. Sometimes you just have to, but that's early intervention. This is the time when you actually remind a child. Doesn't help. It's a brain thing as well. It's not oxygenating the brain as it should. When you're breathing out, it's not such a big thing. We will go into breath work next, which is the number one. So I'm really huge into brain development and brain anatomy. I think I must have been a neurosurgeon before, and I was a general surgeon before. So this is all connecting me to past lives. If you believe in past lives, you don't have to, but it's okay. They exist. So the fact that you're breathing in and out through your mouth not only deforms the palate, but it really affects your brain. So it's serious. Okay, it's not me just thinking, oh, I'm a yoga teacher, we breathe in and out through our nose. Okay, there's an actual consequence to it. There is a reason for me to really insist in training somebody to breathe in and out through their mouth. And it sometimes is very hard, but this is the time when you actually, again and again and again and again and again, until you get it, you get that conditioning. Okay, and then you don't have to say it anymore. Never. Okay, it's done now. It's built in, it's integrated. Okay, so breathing into your nose and out through your mouth is with a sense of letting go. That's okay. But breathing in and out through your mouth and only using your mouth for breathing affects your brain development. Okay, so this is how important it is. And I end up highlighting through mimics, if I still catch somebody not for, and sometimes they don't know it. Okay, it's not that they're not willing to try, it's that they have no awareness. They have no idea where the mouth is and what the mouth is doing. So you really have, and then they go, that means you found your mouth and you managed to close it. This is how basic it is, but sometimes the more basic it is, the more important it is. Okay, favorite animals, favorite section of the class. Now we've done opposite. Normally we talk about how did you feel and what was your favorite part, and then we break down the theory, but we went straight into method and theory, but it's fine. What was your first experience? So 3 questions. What was your first experience in being a child in a children's yoga class? What was your favorite animal and what was your favorite color? And did it change? This is a question for everybody. I want to know your children, if you can still remember them, as in yourselves as children, you as a child, not your children that we actually had around, which are also welcome to share. So how did your child, yourself as a child, feel in that class? Or if you cannot connect to your child yet, how did you feel in that kids yoga class? What was your favorite animal and what was your favorite color, and did it change throughout the class, throughout the session? You can type it up if you don't feel like sharing openly. You can.
I can mention about it. At the beginning, it felt a little bit awkward you know. And then, but it was fun at the end. It was cute to do it. I found it just funny the part of the doggy part.
The dog.
Yeah, the downward facing dog, but moving it, like a doggy part, and that was my favorite. That was my favorite, in that sense. Also, the flamingos pose. Yeah, my kids are still, still waking up a little bit, but I'm gonna bring them later to try to join me. Yeah, but yeah, like I said at the beginning, I felt a little bit like, oh yeah, because I'm not used to that, because I was, many years just into hatha yoga, and now changing, from one day to another to kids yoga. If for me, it felt a little bit like what, but yeah, it feels very cute.
Okay, and what was your favorite color, and did it change?
No, I don't have a favorite color. I didn't feel like choosing a favorite color in that
Okay.
moment. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you just have the rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put it all together.
Oh, welcome. Okay, okay. Thank you for sharing. That's great. Okay, okay. Next, let's speed it up because we need to go into Piri. Go for it. Go, Pune.
Okay. That was very interesting for me. I drop into my inner child actually. I feel, I feel so happy, just like 5 years old. Yeah. But I don't know, for my son told me after 10 minutes, oh no, I want to go. I don't know. Is it so that it's more for the kids between 2 and 6? Yes, when they become older, maybe we need to change it a little bit. Is it correct? Or
How
we
old is
need
he?
time?
How old is he?
He's eight,
Ah,
eight
okay.
and a half,
uh,
actually.
Okay, it really depends. I mean, sometimes 8-year-olds, I mean, it's also generational.
Yeah,
8-year-olds used to still be children. Now, 8-year-olds behave like almost pre-teenagers.
yeah,
That's why I have a toddlers course, and sometimes it's up to 6, 7, 8, and they enjoy it, but it's really targeting 5 to 6, okay? And then I go straight on to teenagers, and we start 7, 8, 9, which is not teenage years, but now we're like tweens, pre-teens. 9,
yeah,
10, 11, yes, but 7, 8, 9, but they just tag along and they enjoy it better. What can I say? You just have to adapt with the times. It's a sign of
yeah,
the children have changed, their needs have changed. I mean, generations have changed. Of course, if you speak to somebody, I don't know, who's senior in your family, and you're like, oh, can you remember what it was like for you to be a child? It'll be very different.
yeah,
It also
sure. Yeah,
depends on which part of the world you're in. In some parts of the world, it's just different cultures, different needs. In some parts of the world, they marry very, very young, and they have families very young. In some other parts of the world, they don't. They work. I mean,
yeah,
it's
you're right. Yeah,
yeah. So you just have to find, my bottom line is, you just have to find what works for you and what works for the
mhm,
child. I do get this with a lot of students, kids. They're like, oh, I'm really struggling. I love the course, but my kids just don't. They just think this is silly. This is for babies. Like, yeah, well, maybe your child at 6, 7, or 8 is ready for something else. They're no longer playing. This is good if you are willing to play. If you're not willing to play and you've left the toys behind, then it's going to be harder to connect with this part of kids yoga. Then you need something more in that bridge in between the kids and the adults, because still your body is very young. It's still a very young body, okay? So
yes.
I wouldn't put your son in an adult class. That's going to be a little bit too challenging. Something in between that's going to give you that kick, that's going to make you feel like you're valued, you're respected. We like to listen to your opinion, and it's a safe space for sharing, and they express different things, and then they also work through movement. So it really depends. But yeah, the mark tends to be 8. 8, 9, 10, it's going on to pre-adolescence or
Great. Okay.
adolescence. Yeah, the body changes, the endocrine system kicks in, and then you have other things to focus on. But he might like another class. Depends on the day, depends on the mood.
Yes. Everything. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, maybe just so there's all these ladies here doing yoga. I'm not interested, and it's too early, and it's Saturday. I'm not doing any work yet, but maybe after lunch he's happy to join. So just play it by ear, okay? But great,
Thank
you
you.
were able to connect with your inner child, and great you
Yes.
were able to enjoy, and great you did you enjoy the kids, Kriya?
Yeah, really, that was very amazing because I thought every time, how can I bring the Kriya yoga for the kids? And I was so busy with my mind. What should I do? What can I do? And now, wow,
And so
it's
it's
a great
soft.
way. Yeah.
It's a soft drink.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
It's a very soft drink. It's a herbal tea.
Yeah.
Right. So it's very soothing, but we have the same emotions. We are the same
Yes.
person, okay? We're just not yet developed. We're in that process, in the developmental process, but the emotions are the same. The prime
Yeah.
emotions are the same, and the emotions we have to move is just energy. Yeah. So it's the
Yeah.
principle, the foundation is the same, but it's just for babies. And the best part is, of course,
It's the heart. Yeah.
which is what makes you really happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That was great.
You're welcome. When you see that, and sometimes they just go really like, wow, they're just letting out all the frustration, all the anger, all the, it might even come seriously from past lives because the kids are so young. You're like, have you gone through so much? You need that much release. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it could be generational. So it's still in a cellular level, in a cellular memory, because it comes from generations back,
Yes.
generations forward. And your parents have made you, and the parents made them, and the parents made them, and
Yes.
the parents made them. We didn't come from nothing. So
Yeah.
somebody literally physically had to make us, and here we are. And so all of that cellular memory is stored, and then they find a way.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, and then it's so good. Okay, so yeah, it's a way to find a way out. Okay, it's a way out, and it's a way to find happiness. Pills very quickly. Okay,
Yeah.
healthy and natural. Okay, all right, awesome. And would anybody else like to share last sharing for connecting with your inner child? And do you understand the inner child? If you don't, don't worry, because we're gonna look into it. Lila, are you 13 or 14? Remind me.
I'm 13, but I'm 14 in a few months.
I will be 14 soon. Are you able to connect to your inner child? Or have you left your
Yeah.
inner child behind?
No, I can still connect to it.
Huh?
I can still connect.
You can still connect. Okay. And what's it feel like? I'm interested because I think you're the youngest students I've ever trained in children's yoga. And it makes me so happy. So I think
Well, I guess I can kind of connect because when I was younger, my mum taught me yoga. So doing yoga just connects generally to it.
Yeah, so this is a level up because we are in the next generation already, in which Lila was already practicing from a very young age, which I don't know when you started. I was about your age when I started, and I was no longer a child. I was a broken dancer. So I came from a very different place. Okay. And now she's able to associate her inner child. Does that make sense? Through doing yoga. Yeah? Does that make sense to
Yeah.
you, everybody else? Yeah? So that's why I'm saying I think we're onto something good because now we're already into the next generation in which somebody very young is connecting straight away through association. You don't have to go that deep into who was I as a child, on how is this working for me as a child, or if I were still a child, would I be enjoying this? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing. And did you have a favorite animal and did you have a favorite color? I saw you had a dog.
Yeah, I think the dog was
Yeah.
my favorite,
Okay.
but I didn't have a favorite color.
Okay, was your dog doing a class?
She sometimes does it, but today she's being a bit grumpy and has been asleep the whole lesson.
Okay, okay. Well, my cats, but this is additional to the kids. The animals also partake. So the dog partakes when she feels like, of course. The cats, they all have different, there's three, they all have different personalities, and they're all different breeds as well. Miss is like, don't bother me. She's the eldest. You see her cross past. Ghost is the white one. Her name is Ghosty. She gets really excited whenever I do this kind of work. She's also, yeah, that's still a kitten. And then Magic just comes when you're doing something really nice, because he's that kind of guy, and he's this big panther, and he's the only male. So I think that's actually quite fascinating, but to each their own. And sometimes they just come and sit next to me for meditation or relaxation, and now they're all relaxed. So having said that, let's go and have a look at breathing. Okay, so we're gonna do a screen share. Let me make sure I have what oh, out here. I have what I need. Okay. 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 Yes, I do have what I need. Okay, it's just loading up. 2 seconds. This is the first section, I believe, in your course manual. We'll just do a screen share with you very quickly. And please tell me if you can't see. It's not showing, but it should. Okay, don't know why it paused. Hang on, let's try again. Sorry, it's there, but we obviously can't see it. Okay, share. Why? Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Well, we just want a full screen. That's all we need. Okay, let me just start it up. Can you see it? Okay. Voila. Here we go. Can you all see? So I can't see you now. If I see you, I don't see what I'm talking about. Just give me a yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, thank you. All right. Okay. So breathing is our first source of energy. Okay. And as I explained, breathing in and out through our nose is really what our brain needs and what the rest of our body needs in an ideal world. Okay. So we try and promote breathing in and out through the nose from a very young age to actually support the children in their development, regardless of their ability, regardless of their condition, cognition, background, age, doesn't matter. We just try our best to constantly remind them to use the nose for breathing. Okay, so we integrate different breathing exercises, we integrate different sounds, we reproduce different noises, and in doing all of these, we're constantly challenging the breath. Okay, because for anybody to produce any sound, you have to have air in your lungs. Okay, or else the vocal cords just don't work without any air in them, in the lungs. Okay, so to break down the breath or to unlock it, sometimes it's literally locked, so you have to have a little bit of awareness of what's happening in the body. Okay, so you break it down into 4 stages just to keep it super simple. Breathing in, this is for you ladies. Holding, breathing out, and then holding again. Okay, so you breathe in, you hold with the full lung capacity, with the full respiratory capacity, then you breathe out, and then you hold again with empty lung capacity, with empty respiratory capacity. Okay. The holding out is a little bit challenging, that breath retention, but again, it can be trained. Okay. Everything that we do, even if we don't do it to a good level, can be improved. There's always room for improvement. You can always improve. Okay. And that's actually very rewarding. So we have 5 main breathing chambers or areas or parts in the body. We normally used to get used to or refer to the nose, the throat or the mouth, maybe the chest or the lungs, but we also have the abdominal, okay, region, which is becoming more popular as we, develop awareness in well-being. So 5 main areas for the breath: the nose, the throat, so you can actually follow the path, breathing into the nose, breathing into the throat, breathing into the chest and the lungs. And it normally stops there for most people. So if you're actually all the way into full lung capacity, that's pretty good. Okay. And that expands your body horizontally, okay, like an accordion. So like we did with the breathing ball. Okay. So that's into the lung capacity. Now, if you want to go deeper, you get past your diaphragm, which is challenging in the beginning, and it can be challenging for some people. This is very powerful because it is a very relaxing breath. It triggers your parasympathetic nervous system. That's why you use it in relaxation. Okay, so you're breathing into your belly. You're not really breathing into your belly, but you're breathing past your diaphragm. So your diaphragm is a muscle. You see it in this diagram very well. And the diaphragm has a dome shape. And when you breathe past your diaphragm, you push it down. So when you take a big breath in and you're breathing into your belly, you're doing diaphragmatic breath. If you use the term diaphragmatic breath for a 3-year-old, you'll just lose them. Okay. But if you use the term into your belly, find your belly, see your belly going up and down, they will be able to connect and follow. Maybe not the first time, but it's far more accessible to find your belly and see your belly rise and lower, feel your belly rise and lower as you're breathing into your diaphragm. Okay, so you're breathing into your diaphragm, getting past it, and that gives the big balloon. We also call it balloon breathing. It depends on the class or the theme or how you feel comfortable in teaching and how your students connect to your vocabulary, to your use of language. Okay, so you have different parts in the anatomical view of the respiratory system, and the most important aspects in nose breathing, in really encouraging nose breathing, is that you clear sinuses. And this is again not just for brain health and brain development, but just for basic health. Sinuses, really not good. It's a blockage. So any blockages in any drains or in anywhere in any roads are not good. So blockages in the body really are not a good thing. So you want to clear those blockages as possible. Okay. It is possible to clear the sinuses. Just use or encourage or try your best to use your nose for breathing. It is also very much related to food, but I'm not going to go into that now. Okay. I'm just insisting and highlighting that through the breath, we can do a lot of therapy. Okay. Anatomically, we have the nose, we have the pharynx, we have the epiglottis, which is this little flap that opens and closes when we swallow. And so the windpipes airways don't actually get blocked. And if we choke, well, this is what's happened. And then we have the larynx lower down into the throat. And then we have the vocal cords right underneath. Okay, so that's why when we produce sound, when we speak, when we sing, or when we imitate an animal, we have to be working, if not from full lung capacity, with a pretty good lung capacity, or else singing, for example, would never happen. For me to sustain the elephant, as in, it depends on how much power I'm giving the elephant, and also if I'm teaching a very big class in a very big space, or if I'm teaching 3 or 4 kids in a small setting, then of course the elephant's going to have different power. But I could not be able to do, I would not be able to do, I couldn't do it without any air in my lungs. Okay, so I need to take a big breath in, and I tell the kids big breath in, and then, oh, the elephant's really happy. Oh. Okay, so for all of those, just be aware that you're not just doing the elephant, that's what the kid is doing and seeing and enjoying, but you're actually doing a huge amount of breath work. Okay, and there are 6 muscles in the respiratory system, the diaphragm being a key one, a crucial one, besides the intercostals, that actually need to work and be woken up and stimulated and strengthened like any other muscle. Okay, so there's 6 muscles involved as a group in the respiratory. Intercostals are here in the rib cage, and that allows for the lungs to expand when you breathe in. You're doing intercostal breath work, and then diaphragm, like I explained, moves down when your lungs are full and moves up when your lungs are empty. Okay, and that is a huge workout, and it's amazing. Okay, and then you have the sternocleidomastoid kind of in the jaw, throat, and then you have your scalenes here. Okay, and then you have onto your back as well your traps that also help in the respiratory. Okay, not so much, but they do get involved as well. Right, so we have, going back to spaces in the body so that you realize how important it is to be aware of breath work. 5 main breathing areas or rooms or spaces or chambers, and then 84 secondary ones. Okay, so as in the whole body, you have a lot more breathing space. Some dance teachers, when they do warm-ups or choreography, especially in contemporary dance, because it's like a very open, very new, very modern movement, they tell you to breathe into your feet, breathe into your toenails, breathe into your back. Okay, so it's breathing into parts of the body that it's actually sending energy into parts of the body that are not necessarily directly involved in the respiratory system, but are a part of you and are involved in movement, especially in dance, in which the whole body has to move, and you transmit so much through movement, and it's so open in contemporary. Okay, for example, also in yoga, if we compare it to contemporary dance, you might hear in adult classes teachers referring to breathe all the way to your feet, breathe all the way to your tail. And I'm one of those teachers, probably because I'm a dancer as well. Breathe all the way into the tip of your toes. Okay, I do say this kind of thing because I want the breath to lengthen the body. Okay, and as you breathe in and as you breathe out, extend further. So this is how important the breath is. Now, yogic breathing, we have several exercises which are summarized in here, but are also in your breathing. Yeah, it's a breathing manual. I should create a separate one called breathing manual in your toddler course manual. We have basic, simple ones just to develop awareness and for you to start practicing and to start teaching. So you have alternate chest and abdominal breathing, the ones that I've just explained, into your rib cage. So your rib cage expands like an accordion. You're sideways, you're into your intercostals, and your abdominal, so into your abdomen, really working with your diaphragmatic breath. Ujjayi breathing is your full yogic breath. So when I say take a big breath in, run your dog, kick your dog, jump your dog, breathe in, breathe out, keep breathing. That's your Ujjayi breath. I always struggle to say this. Ujjayi breath. It's a full yogic breath. So you're moving fast. You need full power that gives you the ignition. It literally is fuel. Okay, so you can move fast and that your body gets oxygenation, especially in the big muscle groups in the legs, so that you can keep the running going and the jumping going, etc. So that's the power breath. Nadi Shodhana, you changing from one nostril to the other, alternate nostril breathing. You can do one finger to one side and the other finger to the other side to keep it really simple. It helps a lot when you have a blocked nose, and it helps a lot when you have sinuses. And once you start unlocking those sinuses, please have a tissue box nearby, because they will just, yeah, they will just have to come out, and that's exactly where you want to be. And then once that's been dealt with, the child is going to be so happy, okay, and you're going to be so happy you help them. All right. But that might happen in the beginning. The nose, especially in AC, in heavily AC environments. I have two serious problems: mobile phones and iPads for children, and AC that is unreal. Because it's very damaging for the brain health, and then the AC is very damaging for the physical health and for the respiratory health. So I do admit I have those two problems. Okay, so AC has to be mild, especially for little ones, and especially for places in which we have a very high temperature outside and a very cold, very low temperature inside. There's no happy medium. So I like to have a happy medium, or else the body goes in a shock. And sometimes I come in nurseries and the AC setting is 18 degrees, and that's really unhealthy for children. Okay, it's unhealthy for everybody, but the children are still developing their immune system. So then they have a lot of respiratory issues, because their immune system is trying to build itself, and it's not being allowed to, because it's constantly fighting this AC being so aggressive on the body. Okay, so a lot of these things we can easily adjust to 24, 26. I really don't think we should be below 26 in AC. Okay, that's just my humble opinion. Brahmari, beautiful breath, and it's a therapeutic breath because it's internal. It's your humming bee. Or you can make a quieter bee, a buzzing bee, a loud bee. Zzz. So in this one, it's therapeutic because we go into vibration. If you're familiar with sound or magnetic therapy, medicine is going into vibration, or going back, not going into, going back into vibration. So this is self-soothing, and it's a healing breathing exercise, because you're like zzz, in that zzz that you're creating, that buzz, this goes into your muscles, into your tissues, and it goes into your bones as well. So that's actually, in the buzzing, you're resetting the cells. Okay, so any cells that are misaligned, you're actually working on a deep cellular level, intracellular level. You're actually reconnecting, rewiring those cells, and realigning them into their nice pattern. So then it's like when you have something broken, and then you tidy up and you rewire it and you reconnect it, or a puzzle, and you put the puzzle together, or mosaic, and then it just looks so good. Okay, so it's redoing, reconnecting, rewiring, and it's very, very calming. So Brahmari, the humming bee breath, the zzz, you can do it with your eyes closed, zzz, so it's more internal, it's internalized as well, because you take a moment to actually just close off. It's a breathing space, basically. Okay, so that every breathing exercise has some benefit in there beyond the exercise itself. Okay, so again, it's a very 360 experience. Counting breath, nice and simple. This is great for mindfulness, because it kind of gives you a sense of, okay, I'm just going to sit down and count and focus on this. So we're going to count for one. For very little ones, we count maybe up to 5, 7, 9, 10. As you see, we're going to count for 1, 2, 3. You can change the pace, you can change the speed. That's absolutely fine. But it gives you a sense of mindfulness, a sense of grounding, a sense of now. All right. And then the breathing sphere is the same. It's a nice way to start a class, because you know exactly you're going to come into the mat, you're going to sit down, you cross your legs, you're going to get ready for your yoga class. It gets you ready for yoga. And I tell them, we get ready for yoga, getting ready for yoga. Okay, find your breathing ball. So I have about 15 breathing balls, but you don't have to have that many. We just work with them a lot. You can have one or two, that's fine. But it's a really, really good breathing exercise, and it's a really good tool that I also use sometimes in corporate sessions. So they are amazing. Okay, and breathing in for maybe 3 or 5, and you always want to focus on breathing out for longer, because you want to work on that long exhale. And working on the long exhale, you work on clearing any debris that's left in the bottom of the lungs, such as toxicity. So the lungs have different sections. The lungs really work like a balloon. Okay, it expands. You just blow air into it and it expands. Okay, so imagine you're just blowing into this balloon, it's expanding, you bring it to the maximum, and then you breathe out halfway. Okay, and you keep it in that halfway, and then you breathe out, you let go a little more, and then at the bottom you just let go, and then this is like, oh, like what's left of the balloon because it's been overstretched and whatever. So at the bottom there'll still be some air. Okay, so that air really is your reserve. If you are on fight or flight mode, in which you have to literally fight someone for your safety, or just run away, just flee, you're going to rely, and your body's not ready for it. You're not consciously planning for a run or an escape or a fight. It's just like in the heat of the moment, just so happens you're going to rely on that reserve air in the bottom of your lungs. Okay, so you want that reserve air. It's like your spare tire. You want it to be available. Okay, you want it to be fresh. So when you're breathing into full capacity and then breathing out, or into good lung capacity and breathing out fully, you're doing a full flush. That's why we breathe in for 3, or breathe in for 5, and we breathe out for 6, or we breathe out for 9 if we can. We breathe out for longer, and we get to the bottom of the air that's there in the lungs. And when we get to the bottom of it, we lose our voice, and it's just like, I have no air left, and I'm doing this on purpose. So you see how much longer I can carry on for using my reserve air. That's it. I'm out of air. Okay, so I've actually pushed out all the air in talking to you. I've compressed, and my body was tightening up from the rib cage, really pushing it out, and until I've been left without any air, and then I have no voice left. Okay, I cannot produce. I have voice, but I can't use it because there's no air left for me to make any sound. Okay, so that's actually given me a good quick flush of the lungs, and anything that was left in the bottom of my lungs, any debris or any toxicity, is gone. Okay, you do a good flush as well when you run, if you're a good runner or a good swimmer. Now, in here we have a little bit of the same, and we're also looking into the abdomen and what's in the abdomen. Okay, so all of our internal organs get massaged. If we're looking at the physical or anatomical benefits of breathing into a diaphragmatic breath, in activating the diaphragm, you're pushing down your diaphragm. I don't have a little video here, but you can look it up. And in pushing down the diaphragm, it changes. So from this dome, it goes into convex, I think it is. Concave, convex, I always get confused. Can anybody help? Is it concave or convex when this changes, when the dome changes? Dome shape is convex, I think, and opposite is concave. Did I get that straight? Concave and convex, can anybody help? Just checking you guys are still there.
Dome shape is convex.
Dome shape is convex. Thank you. So I did get myself to make sense of my own words. Thank you. And concave is the opposite. Yeah. So it concaves when it lowers, and then it pushes down all of the internal organs so they get a nice massage, which is really therapeutic, beneficial for the vagus nerve, which is the longest cranial nerve in the body. It goes from the brain all the way down to your abdominal region, and it triggers a lot of stress. Okay, it holds onto a lot of stress. So to actually activate it, you need to be in parasympathetic mode, and the best way to activate your parasympathetic mode and relax your vagus nerve is switch on your vagus nerve so you can relax is by doing diaphragmatic breath. Okay, so belly breathing or balloon breath, and enjoying a nice rest and digest mode as fully opposed to fight or flight. Okay, so you're switching the body into rest and digest. That's going to really improve digestion, food processing, relaxation, behavior, sleeping quality, sleeping patterns, even excretion. Yeah, even like going to the bathroom is going to improve because everything's going to be relaxed. So for digestion, you better be relaxed, or else you're not going to digest your food very well or at all, and then you're going to have in the long term, or maybe not so in the long term, a lot of digestive problems. Okay, all right, I think we have breathing dysfunctions, and then we're ready for you to practice. Right, important. I think the most important here, well, they all are, but I would say mouth breathing is the one of the most important and one of the easiest to make the child aware of and to address and to target. Okay, remember my example there. Just remind them to close your mouth and encourage them to always use the nose. Yeah, so mouth breathing is considered to be a breathing dysfunction. Reverse diaphragm, so this is when the diaphragm is the other way around, so then it's super hard to move it because it's pushing down, so it's hard to activate it, to engage it. There is a way to actually help, which is by placing a very heavy object, like a very heavy book or something like that, a very heavy block, safely on their belly. So it's normally wrapped in a blanket or something like that. So it's not aggressive, but it's heavy. It has to be really solid. And then you have to get a person to push it out, and that flips the diaphragm. Okay. Upper chest breathing. So just very much on the surface, like very short breath, very small breathing. Okay. Really not using any of those muscles. Is just survival breathing on the small surface. Okay, hyperventilation. Okay, yeah, when we're sometimes we all do it when it's too much, but you can't, which is okay, but you can't be like that. It becomes chronic. Okay, and if you're living in chronic hyperventilation, then you're triggering a lot of issues in the nervous system. Okay, which is not good. We don't recommend. So we really want to be aware of these. Okay, that's it for the breath. Last one. So we're going to bring you back. Is everybody okay? No, it's a lot of theory in there, but I think it's important. I hope you've learned about breathing. Now we're going to go into how many of us do we have? Okay, we're going to go into, how do I break you down? 3 and 2, is that okay? Yeah, because Anastasia is she's at work, so I think she's here tomorrow. But yes, let's break it down in breakout rooms, and your task is to go onto your manual, find a breathing exercise that you feel comfortable with, and teach it to your group. Okay, you can just read it off the manual, it's fine. I don't expect you to have learned it or prepared it, but I just want you to begin to practice to be aware of how to teach a breathing exercise and what breathing exercises you have to choose from. Giselle, you've got a question.
Yeah, the breathing you mentioned are not the same as the manual. In the manual, we have pinwheel, flower, double breathing.
Yeah,
So
all of the
you have
ones,
another manual?
no, all of the ones in the presentation are just really, really basic, the foundational ones, okay? But you have a lot more on the manual, so the manual is better.
Okay, the alternate nostril, do you do it for kids? Because I don't see it in your breathing manual, but you mentioned it.
It should be there, is it not?
No. Ujjayi, alternate chest and abdominal, Brahmari, double breathing square, hot air balloon, breathing ball.
Oh, okay.
But
Right.
anyway, you do it for toddlers, isn't it
No,
too
For the older
difficult?
ones, for 2 years olds, no, because it's just the coordination to find your nose. For 2 year olds, I wouldn't recommend. For 4 plus, 4, 5, 6 plus, yes. So feel
Okay.
free to incorporate it. I'm sorry it's not there. I should actually add it. I'll make a note of that. Okay. Yeah, but any of those on the manual or any of those in the presentation, feel free to share. That's so cool to see the printed version of the manual. Is 7 minutes okay?
Excuse me, which page is that? I cannot find.
It's I don't have the manual on me, but it's the
8,
first
8, 9, 10.
section.
Thank you.
Yeah. You got
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So you ladies are together, and then we have Avi. Jessica, are you available? Okay. You might just have Lila and Avi working together.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
There's 3 of you. Okay. I'm just double checking because it's happened before. I send people in rooms and then somebody is on their own. So I'm like, okay, just checking everybody who's here is here. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys shortly. Enjoy. Just accept when you get prompted on the screens. Okay.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go. Everyone's back from cyberspace, and my computer just decides to mute me. So, okay, how did it go? How did you feel teaching your breathing exercises? Any questions before we go?
Yeah, I do have a question. You ask questions like, what did you feel about the hot air balloon? Where did you fly? What can you see while you're doing the exercise? And I saw you also doing it with the sphere. Is it better to do several ones and then we ask them questions? Because in the middle, I feel like, what would they do with their breath? I'm thinking as an adult. I'm sorry.
So, sorry, ask again. Sorry, you've lost me.
Yeah, so basically when you say, okay, make the balloon bigger, take a big inhale, and then you ask them question like the hot air balloon, like what's this color? What do you see while they are doing what? You know, for me, you
Oh,
lost me.
they're being the balloon.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
while they are making the balloon big, are they breathing?
Of course, they're breathing in the balloon. You go and you breathe and you hold the balloon. Maybe it's big, your balloon's bigger, my balloon's smaller, it doesn't matter. And you're giving it a color. So you have to actually build it in their imagination. You're building the balloon. So the hot air balloon has a color, it's going somewhere, and then you're traveling around the space and you're blowing hot air into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're asking questions in between. They need to exhale already, and you didn't tell them to exhale. This is what I mean.
That's you have to combine. So when you give the instruction, you have to combine the instruction with the imaginative aspect with the fantasy. Okay.
Okay.
Breathing in, You're growing your balloon. Have you given it a color? And slowly, hot, hot air. And again, you're breathing in. You want to make it bigger? Okay, one more time.
So
And
only the first time I make them imagine color and all this, and then we repeat it several times without asking them about the color and things like
yeah,
that.
'cause they already, if that works for you, and if that you see as the children respond. Every group is different, every child, every person's entirely different. So that's your artistry as a teacher to say, okay, too much imagination, it's confusing, so we just simplify it. Or they've got the structure, they can do the pattern, and now they're ready for more imaginative aspects. So now you start traveling, you start going with your hot air balloon somewhere, and you just take them through that flying experience because the hot air balloon flies. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's incorporating the imaginative aspect
Yeah.
only, and if the circumstances allow, and then you continue to build it from there. Some groups are very imaginative, and there's that good click in the dynamic of the group if you're teaching a group class. And some groups just, there's no gel, there's no dynamic, there's no click, there's no imagination, there's no connection. So then you just keep it simple, basic. You can still do breathing exercises, you can still do poses, but sometimes I do the same class with different groups, and one class is amazing, the other one is crazy, the other one is exhausting. It's like I get all sorts of feelings and emotions, and it's pretty much the same class. And in some other classes, I'm like, I know in the same time, I'm only gonna be able to get through this much because behavior is challenging, because I don't have enough support, because the room is not ready. Yeah.
Okay,
And
perfect.
then
Thank
I
you.
just have to play. It's like a dance. I dance
Mm,
this way or I dance this way. Okay.
mm.
Yeah, is that art. Okay. So you have to be very flexible and very adaptable, sometimes on the spot. Okay.
I have a question, sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, you told now that some the kids we cannot so imagine very well or they are not ready for that. But we cannot actually start to train them for more imagination. Maybe we can slowly by slowly add something. Is it also okay or no? We should just stay simple.
Yeah, some people, I mean, imagination is interesting because some people are very creative, very imaginative, and you see these kids, they're like talking to themselves, they're in this
Yeah,
fantasy. They're not in a class or anything. That's why it's important to allow the kids to play, to experience, to explore, to
yeah.
run around, to climb, to fall, to jump, and it's that, and then it's this
Mm.
game, or they're flying, whatever. I mean, their imagination is just like wild. And some kids just don't have that. And some kids are somewhere in the middle. Okay. That has to do a lot with, again, their background, their upbringing, and sometimes kids in the same family and their personality is just completely different. It's an entirely different person, it's a different child. And you're like, same mother, same father, just different outcome. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, in practicing yoga, you ignite their imagination. Some children just connect, they just have it. And those kids you always want to have in your class because you help them. They don't even help. I mean, you just
Yeah.
bounce, you just enjoy. You help them enjoy more. That is the help.
Yeah.
In enjoying more, in enjoying freely, in enjoying openly. And there are boundaries regarding safety, those I never compromise, but there is no boundary in their imagination. So, of course, they love coming to yoga because it's the elephant, oh, it's the crocodile, oh, and it's it's the gorilla, and it's the dog, oh, and it's so exciting. And it just, that really gives them such an endless space to travel in their imaginative brain. That's crazy. That's just wild. And that's therapeutic for the child because no
Yeah.
other activity allows for that to happen. If you're learning tennis, if you're learning
Yeah.
swimming, if you're doing dance, no. Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
Actually, yoga, and there are studies about this, and it's fascinating. It's the only activity in which children are prompted to connect with the imagination, even for those who cannot, because some
Yeah.
people are just built for logic and they are just built for making sense of things. Okay. And especially when you're looking into sometimes special needs kids, if you have ASD, autistic children, they tend to be really smart and they're not necessarily imaginative because their brain and the sensory just operates in a different way. So if you're like making a rainbow or saying hello to the aeroplane or flying the aeroplane, they don't connect with that because they don't play in the same way. Okay, so you just encourage them to move. So to one side, to the other, they understand one side. Yeah, this is actually what we're doing. No, they work from logic. We're doing one side. Where's the airplane? Do you look like an airplane? Are you an airplane? No, you are not. You're playing, okay? The other way. So some people accept being an airplane and playing with. They don't even think they are playing. They're the airplane. And one is fastened on this jet, and they tell you the color, and they are the actual aircraft. And some of the kids, and then just do you see the look in their faces like? Not in a million years. It's never going to happen. So again, you have this mix of reactions and personalities. Eventually, you bring them to more or less a level in which you can all work. Okay, the aeroplane is going to one side. So then the one who only works from one is like, okay, to one side, I can do one side. To the other side, also, I can do the other side. And the one who's built in aircraft doesn't understand the sides. It understands a flight.
Yeah.
It's having a flight, no sides, not thinking about sides. It's enjoying the gliding, okay? Who knows? I mean, it's just really hard to go in there. Who knows what goes through their minds? And I see them when the gorillas, and especially in some personalities, some animals really, and some breathing exercises as well, it really triggers beyond the child. And I also see who's able, as in the child in this realm, the child that I physically get to see and connect with. And it really triggers a lot their connection to I've done this before. So they recognize yoga poses from way
Yeah.
back. So that's fascinating. So some children's like, wow, you're so good at yoga. Was this your first yoga class? And they're like, yay. And how did yeah, it was really good. It was really nice. But they've done it more than me. They just don't remember or they just don't know it because they've done it before in previous lifetimes. So some people are just natural. They're just natural yogis. And they come to your class for the first time and you're like, and where did you learn that? Because they've done it before. Okay. And it actually really does suit their body. So you go from all sorts of experiences, and some kids, they don't like to move. They don't have the energy. They're never in a good mood or hardly ever in a good mood. And it's just really, really difficult. So, okay, maybe you'd get to do a mouse. Maybe you get to do a little snake. Maybe you get to do a small breathing exercise, maybe with a breathing ball, because they don't have to move that much. That engages them and catches their attention. But hey, for someone who barely moves every day, to do a breathing ball exercise,
Is it perfect? Okay.
yeah, that's where you start somewhere. It's okay. But then also, realistically, as adults, we have to give the children space, and everybody develops differently. And I have
Yeah.
two friends who have 7-month-olds, and it's just like, how can they be the same age? It's just an entirely different person. One is still very much not a newborn, but close to a newborn, and the other 7-month-old is almost a toddler. She's just up for it, and she comes to ballet classes and she points her toes. She's very friendly, still a baby, but just like so much more developed, and her physique is different, and her interaction with people is different. And she loves my hair because she doesn't really get to see many people with this color hair. So you can really see the child is wow, paying attention. The other baby, no acknowledgement. He knows me, he recognizes my voice. It's mainly the voice. That's as far as it goes. This is as good as it gets. It's okay, and that's fine. They're both great. They're both fantastic. It's just a 7-month-old baby that's entirely different from the other one.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's fine. Sometimes I think as adults, our challenge is to actually accept that and embrace that everyone is so different because nobody was born in a level playing field. You need to look into genetics. You need to look into energy, epigenetics, background, culture, upbringing, moving countries, changes in socioeconomic background, changes in families, losses. How
Yeah.
can you put everybody in the same box? That's just not possible. It's never going to happen. So again, going back to that study before we wrap up for breathing, yeah, yoga is the only activity, and it's been researched in which the children are allowed to interact the most because again, you ask them, well, what color and how do you feel? And is the elephant excited? And what was your favorite animal? And they can be a part of the class that you have designed, or sometimes when you really gel with them, they kind of help you design a class just on the spot as you go. And it just works, it just flows. That's the optimal, okay? It's not
Yeah.
always the reality. And then it also is the only one activity in which children are allowed to express their feelings, their emotions, work with their imagination without any boundaries other than safety boundaries and without any judgment. So for a child, I mean, that's a blessing. You also get to sing, which in our developmental years, again, it's a lot easier to sing to a child and get the child to understand through the singing than to speak to a child and get the child to understand through the speaking.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So for those of you who still have very young ones, or if you are surrounded by very young ones, sing to them, because that is the best therapy for a child. When you're actually singing is therapeutic, and listening to hear it from especially your mom, from anyone is nice, even if it's a bad singing, we're not judging, that's fine. It's not a singing course, but even if it's anyone, but especially and in particular if it's your own mother, because you're so connected with your mother's voice, whatever your mother sings, whatever she transmits through that singing triggers your sensory cortex, and that is just the best form of therapy you can give to a child. Hey, it's the way it is. That's why singing or having this sense of musicality in children's classes is so fun, and the animals get to sing, and the butterflies or whatever, the elephants, the crocodiles. Have you ever seen a singing crocodile? Yes, in a yoga class. Okay. All right. More on breathing exercises. Before we go for now. You ladies okay?
Yeah.
Any questions on breathing exercises? Are they accessible?
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, straightforward. Oh, good. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, we will go for an hour. So be back. We're overrun for a little bit. Be back at do you need an hour or can you do with 45 minutes?
45 minutes is fine
Yeah?
for me.
Are we
Yeah.
good? We're all good.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Yeah, me too. Okay. All right. So I'll see you then in 45 minutes and we'll go through the afternoon section. Okay. All right. Enjoy your break. See you now. Bye. Okay. All right. So we're back for our day one afternoon session, second block. And we have Mrs. Frog who's going to guide us through the intro for the Into the Wild, exploring the forest. So we're going into a forest adventure for our afternoon session or for a second session. And oh, she's just been attacked by a wildcat, I believe. Oh, yeah. I get annoyed when things get broken or damaged, but that's okay, especially because I've had Mrs. Frog for a long, long time, and the cat was just targeting her as I was setting up. Sorry, Froggy. All right, Mrs. Frog. Speaking of props, Mrs. Frog is a prop who's been around for a long time. I just need a little bit of repainting now. And it's a very safe, culturally speaking figure because it's a frog. And it just gives you a very good model for a straight back. Okay, so you're sitting cross-legged with your feet in front of you, with your legs in front of you, so you can find your feet, so you can see your feet. However it is that you want to word it or indicate it to children until they understand, the legs have to be in front of them in the best possible way and for the most part. Okay, it's a bit like breathing in and out through the nose. The legs have to be in front of you, or else the back is affected. I mean, everything has a logic. Okay, the back is affected. Okay, so this is a good model to remind children to actually sit up with a tall spine. So tall back, sit up straight, sit up really nice and tall. Any of those language terms that can remind the children to actually sit up really nice and tall. So Mrs. Frog has been a part of the kids yoga classes for many years. I normally keep her here. Okay, just as a visual reminder, regardless of what it is that we're doing. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna go to the wild forest, and our lovely dog, Yoga Lola, who's an amazing prop as well, is going to, she's also been, oh, Ghost, you've been everywhere, and there's evidence because you're so white, I can see where you've been. Okay, so yes, I was setting up, and Ghost was just having a ton of fun, as she does, as toddlers do. Exactly. In a cat body. Okay, so Yoga Lola is a great prop. She's going on an adventure to the wild forest. Okay, so everybody coming onto your mat space, because we're gonna get going. Ooh, okay. All right, so we're gonna bring her down here. She's gonna sit up nice and tall with her legs crossed and her hands in namaste. So hands together, you can move her around as you please. We're gonna take a big breath in, reach our fingertips up, and we're gonna take a nice journey, whoa, in an aeroplane, whoa, very, very good, whoa, we're gonna go one way, fantastic, and we're gonna go the other way, whoa, whoa, it's a little bit windy, it's really wobbly, oh no, having a lot of turbulences. Oh no, it's going a little bit mad. Hold on tight. Very good. Excellent. Stay strong. And go a little bit higher. Looking up, going a little bit higher. Really good. Excellent. Oh, I think we found some balance there. Have you found your balance? Good job. Okay, so we're going to the forest today for our yoga adventure. Where do we think we should go to? Where is the best place to find the wild forest? Can you think of anywhere in the world? Oh, I remember forests in Switzerland. They were amazing. Switzerland and in Germany, they've got amazing wild forests, black forests. They have a lot of foxes and wild animals in there too. I also remember going in Japan. There were some beautiful forests with really, really, really wonderful and amazing bamboo trees. Wow, and there were also a lot of nice little deers. Nice. Oh, I can remember a forest. It was a bit jungly. It was in India, and there were tigers, and they were so super wild. Okay, you choose. Let us know where we're going, because we're going to start our descent and we're going to get ready for landing. Okay, so coming forward a little bit, stabilize. Good job. Okay, make sure your seat belts are on. Seatbelt sign is on. So coming onto one side, seatbelt sign is on. Good job. I'm coming onto the other side, other hand, other leg. Good job. Very good. Stay safe and take a big breath in. Reach your hands all the way up and get ready for landing in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, and good job in 1. Excellent. Really, really good. Okay. All right. Oh, Yoga Lola is ready to go. She is so excited. Okay. We're going to come into our yoga dog. Oh, you want to stay there? Okay, we're going to have a look around because we just landed in the middle of the forest and we're going to see who is around. Oh, yes. Oh, I can see someone hissing. I can hear someone hissing. So slowly coming all the way onto your belly. Stretch your body out. That is a big snake. Ah, of course. She's a forest snake. Careful, she's really wild. Okay. Woof, woof. Oh, Lola's excited to see the snake, aren't you? Yeah, really good. Woof, woof. Bring your shoulders on top of your hands underneath your shoulders, and let's go and hiss like a snake. Keeping your legs together, really good. Really good. You want to go higher? Push the ground away. Keep your feet together, legs together behind you like a nice long tail. Good job. And coming back all the way down. Take a big breath in. Push the ground away. Good job with the snakes. That's amazing. Roar. Ooh. Roar. Oh no, Lola. Woof, woof. What do we see next? Who's here? This is a baby tiger. It's a tiger cub. Yay! This is a tiger cub. Oh, let's have a look at the tiger cub. Oh, watch, he's feisty. Show me your tiger pose. Very good. Wow. Oh, there's a happy tiger. Very good. Happy tigers. Go. Very good. Nice tiger pose. Go. Let's see if we can find our tiger tails. Ready? Get your long tiger tails out. Very good. And make circles with your tiger tails. Fantastic. Really good. Stay strong. Keep your belly strong. Keep your back strong. Nice. Amazing. And slowly change sides. See if you can find your other tail. Other tail, other leg. Get ready. One side. Good job. And the other side. Fantastic. Making circles. You can also make a curl. Bringing your foot up and your knee down. Making curls. Okay, changing side. Other legs. Making curls. Very good. Where is your tiger? Can you do your tail and your paw at the same time? Good job. Wow, that's amazing. Very good. Tail and paw at the same time if you can. Give it a try. Nice try. Nice work. Good job. Oh, the tiger cubs are so tired now because they've been playing for so long. They're going to go and take a nice little nap. So curl up. Oh, off you go in your nice little den. Fantastic. Really good. And hide away. Oh, nice little den behind big, big rocks. And behind the big, big rocks, we have the wild forest mice. Woof, woof, woof. Yes, Lola, that's so cool. You're meeting so many friends today. Woof. Look at the small little mouse. And it's got a house behind the big rocks just in front of the tiger's den. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Can you wiggle your little mouse tail? Just a very small wiggle. Very small wiggle with the tail. Keep your head down. Breathe into your nose. And slowly breathe out through your nose. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And enjoy wiggling away. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Oh no. Look who's back. Oh, the snake is back now. And I think she's looking for something to eat because she looks like she's on a mission. Those are going all the way up now. Okay, this big snake. All right, get your body all the way out again and let's swallow the snake. Swallow the snake around. Swallow the snake around. Let's see if you're able to find anything exciting. All right, come past your knees and making a box position with your body. Let's take a big breath in and stretch out one leg. I know where we're going. We're going to cross the river. The snake can go straight into the water, but we have to build a bridge so we can cross it, or else we're going to have to go swim, right? Okay. Take a big breath in. We still have a bit of a trip, so I wouldn't recommend swimming. And the snake has just gone in the water. So big breath in, make a nice long bridge. Whoa, are you ready to go on it? Ready? Okay, start going on it. Oh, okay, all these people going on the bridge. Well done. Okay, is it wobbly? Is it a bit shaky? Well, we just built it in no time. So well done to us. Really, really good. Good job. Coming onto your knees, curl your toes under, and let's go with Lola. Woof, 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 on her trip. Woof, 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 on her adventure. Really good. Woof. Oh, she's very happy today. Woof, she's so excited. Wiggle your tail all the way to the sky, crown all the way to the ground. Bend your knees, tail up, head down. Woof, woof, woof. Uh-oh, okay, she needs a toilet break. Okay, toilet break, dog needs to pee-pee. Good job. Okay, well done. All right, run. Woof, that was good. Woof, woof, all the smells. Woof, woof, so exciting. Woof, woof, all these musky smells, all these mushroom smells, all these wild smells. Oh, wait, I need to go pee-pee again. Okay, all right, toilet break. Leg up, look around, toilet break. Amazing, that felt really fantastic. Woof, 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 woof. Oh, wait, look. There's a wild dog. Woof, 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 woof. Oh, the wild dogs. Woof, 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 woof. Okay, wild dogs, you want to come with us? Woof, woof, woof. All right, running, 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 running. Let's find our feet to our hands, relax our heads, relax our knees, tapping onto our feet. Let's connect with our bodies, stepping onto our legs, onto the front of the legs, onto the back of the legs. Good job. And going up your legs, onto the back of the legs, onto the front of the legs. The legs are strong, so they can take quite a bit of tapping onto your bottom. Find your bottom and your hips. Really good. Okay, go a little bit harder or a little bit softer. You can wiggle your body as you go. Good. All right. Okay. Let's take a big breath in. See if we can breathe all the way into our belly. And breathe out. That was exciting. Wow. What a nice jungle adventure. Wow. Very good. Very exciting forest. Okay. All right. Who else can we see in the forest? Let's think. Okay, as we find our arms, and we connect with our arms, see how they're feeling today. If they're feeling strong, if they're feeling tired, if they're feeling excited. Look into your shoulders. We're just working for you so nicely in all that running around and finding your collarbones, finding your heart. Really good. Okay, nice, fantastic. Okay, and just to make us feel really nice and ready for the rest of the forest trip with all these wild animals, we're going to start tapping around our face. And we're going to start tapping around our forehead. And we're going to start tapping in between our eyes and our brows and a little bit further up. And see how that feels. And then around the sides of your face. Good. And if you want to do a little bit more tapping onto your head, go onto your head, onto the crown of your head, onto the sides, onto the back of your head, onto the back of your neck. Good job. Okay, amazing. All right, take a big breath in. Open your eyes really nice and big, like big butterfly wings, and give yourselves a hug. Beautiful. Okay, you can say, I love you. Very nice, self-loving hug. Fantastic. I love you. Really good. And take a big breath in and change the crossing of the arms. Now the arm that was on top goes underneath, or if it goes the same way around again, it's not a problem. Good job. Okay, are we ready? Let's carry on. So now we have the wild dogs. We have our own dog. We're adding more to the pack. Okay, let's say hello to the sun. Let's go on this march. Let's keep us going. Okay, fantastic. Really good. And when we get to the top of the hill, it's a beautiful spot to get ready to say hello to the sun. Taking a big breath in, toes pointing forward, reaching your hands all the way up. Nice big stretch, looking up. What do we say? Hello, sun. Very good. And find your toes all the way down. Hello, my toes. And one more time, all the way. Big breath into your nose. Hello, sun. And big breath out. And reach for your toes as you forward fold. Hello, my toes. Really good. Tapping on your toes. Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly. Coming onto your hands, onto your knees. Quickly, let's build a bridge again. We need to get going. Okay, we need to get going. Good job. Okay, onto your hands, onto your toes, and go forward. Oh, this wobbly bridge. You can also do it from your knees. If you want to make a smaller bridge, or if you're feeling super strong, make a bigger bridge. Skinny bridge, wobbly bridge. Good job. Good bridge. Knees down, elbows into your body, tummy down. Oh, there's the snake. She's hissing away along the water. Good job. Okay, let's pick it up from here. Big snake. Come past your knees. Curl your toes under. Woof. Let's go with the dogs. Woof, woof. We're part of that pack. Woof, woof. Wait for us, guys, as they're running fast. Woof, 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 woof. Oh, okay. Doggy needs to go to the toilet. Woof, woof. Quick toilet break. Leg up. Very good. Okay, bend your knees, tail up, head down. Woof, knees bent so you can bring your tail higher. Tail high, high, high to the sky. Crown down, down, down to the ground. Wiggle, 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 wiggle your tail to the sky. Woo! Woof, 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 woof. Woof, woof, woof. Woo! Oh, these dogs are going mad. Why can they smell? All about the smells. Sniffing around everywhere. Can they smell a truffle or something? I don't know. In between the toilet breaks and the sniffing around everywhere, it's just going like a mad place. Is it the mad jungle, or is it the mad forest? I don't know. Woof, 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 woof. Oh, I think I can see something. I understand now better. Take a big breath in, reach all the way up. Okay, good job. Wow. Woof, woof. They're still very excited. Okay. I think we're coming to see some trees. But what the dogs are excited about is who's swinging off their branches. Oh, I can hear someone. I think that's who the dogs could smell. Okay, you tree. You can make a smaller tree. You can make a baby tree, keeping your toes on the ground so you can balance. You want your knee to be away as possible, okay? Knee to the side, knee to the side. Very good. If you're very strong and you want to make a very tall tree, give it a try. Bring the foot to the top of your leg and push your foot to the top part of your leg. And you can balance better. Look at a fixed point ahead of you. Nice trees. Very good. And now what's going on with your branches? Hold your balance there, or find a point that's going to help you balance, or hold hands. You can do holding hands trees. Excellent. Okay. Good job. Nice trees. Oh, we can see the monkeys. Okay, they're coming. Monkeys and dogs and monkeys. Woof, woof, woof. The dogs are so excited. Woof, woof, woof. My goodness. Okay, let's make a tree to the other side. Make sure you're changing legs. Really good. Nice one. You can remember to make a baby tree. If you can, give it a go. Make it small. Or if you want to make a normal tree, to your leg, to your calf, Get past the knee if you want to build a higher tree, and then push the heel into the thigh, into the top of the leg. You really need to push in from the heel so you can balance better, and you can change your branches. You can play around with your branches. Fantastic. Are you ready for the monkeys? Oh, 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 oh. Just, where is the monkey? I can hear you. I can't see you. Here it is. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, the monkeys. Okay, swinging your arms nice and loose, relaxing your head. Just play around like a monkey. You can bounce, bend your knees, pointing your knees away from each other, making big space in between your knees, and you can hop. So bringing your hands down. Play around like a monkey, swinging around from branch to branch, looking for, what is the monkey looking for? Banana. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so nice. Banana peel. I don't care about. Is there another banana I can have? Oh, yes. Nice, nice banana. Oh, that feels so good. Nice monkeys. Wow. Really, really cool. Whoa. Oh, wow. Whoa. Oh, the dogs can hear that. Whoa. Okay, slowly coming onto your hands and your knees. Let's go and find out what's going on. Where's the big roar? Okay, let's go in gently. Okay, because we really don't know who's roaring so loudly. Okay, let's go in gently. Okay, all right. Walking your dogs. Woof, woof, just gentle. Woof, woof, just gentle whoops. Okay. Oh, smelling. Oh, smelling. Oh, smelling. What's it smell like? What's it smell like? Oh, 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 stop your big paws. Roar. I think we found the forest bear. Roar. Stop, stop, stop with your big bear paws. Roar. Roar. Fantastic. Big bear. Roar. Good job, big bear. Roar. Big forest bear. Why is the bear being so loud? I mean, we could hear the bear all the way. Roar. Ah, can you hear? Zzz, zzz. I think the bear is looking for zzz. The bear is looking for some honey. Zzz, let's help him out. Okay, before we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, let's come onto your knees. Sit your bottom down on your feet. Make a soft fist with your hands. Bring your hands over your eyes. You can close your eyes and make a buzzing bee. Zzz. Very good. And again, big breath in, shoulders relaxed, hands pressing and knuckles pressing over your eyebrows, and go humming again like a buzzing bee. Zzz. Okay, I think the bear has seen you now. Can we buzz very quietly, please? Press your lips together. All right, pressing your lips together. And one more time. Really good. Are you ready? Roar! This big bear has found all the honey. How does the bear eat all the honey? Reach your paws into the honeycomb. Oh, roar. Oh, this honey is fresh, it's sweet. Ah, it's nutritious, it's delicious. Do you know the honey never actually goes off date? You can eat honey anytime, from any year, in the past and the present and the future. It's gonna be as good. It's so good. Lick it up. Sticky. It's so good. Now the bear is so full, he's just gonna have a roll around. In his big bear body. He can barely move. Okay, swinging your legs from side to side. Let's see if you can help the bear rest his food and have a nice siesta. Very, very gently, very, very soothing. Dropping your knees from one side to the other side. You can go a little faster or you can go a little slower. And the bear falls asleep right in the middle of the forest. He's so happy. He's flopping his paws and his belly is just going up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay, Big Bear, we say goodbye. And rabbits, we must be near the lake. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. Yes, here are the wild frogs. They are so much fun. The wild frogs and the wildest thoughts. Ready for the frogs? Okay, space in between your feet, tail down, hands in front of you for the frogs. Woof, woof. Oh, the dogs are so excited to see the frogs. Woof, woof, woof. That's amazing. Ready? Oh, and they're having a splash as well. Wow. Enjoy it, guys. Enjoy the splash in the pond. Ready? We're gonna enjoy a froggy jump. So frogs can jump low and they can also jump high. Okay, ready? Careful with your knees in here. You want the knees to go away from the center of your body. You want the feet to stay down as possible. And you want the hands in front of you. Ready? So hands onto the ground. Ready? Small froggy jump. Rabbit. Okay, keep it nice and small. Rabbit. Really good. Okay. Oh, double frogs. Rabbit. Okay, amazing. Do you think you can jump a little bit higher? Rabbit. Good job. Okay, rabbit. Whoa, that was really nice and big. Go high, but keep your hands in front. Rabbit, 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 rabbity, go. Whoa, those wild frogs and the wildest thoughts. That's amazing. Fantastic, guys. Wow. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, here are puppies. Puppies and big dogs and wild dogs. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, I think they're getting a little bit scared because it's getting dark. Woof, woof, woof. Yeah. Woo, woo. Oh, woo, woo. Oh, woo. Oh. Look, who's there? In the wild forest, we have the wildest owls. Woo, woo, woo. That's so cool. And where do the owls live? They have their houses built in the trees. Do you remember those beautiful trees the monkeys were swinging off from? That's where the owls live. So they must have been sleeping. Look, Missy. You're saying hi to the owls? Right, okay. Say hi to the owls, miss. Okay, ready for the owls? So you're going to make your big owl eyes. The owls are super wise. They are pure wisdom. So you're going to make circles with your fingers. index and big fingers, index and thumbs, and you're going to stick your 3 other fingers out and you make your nice big owl eyes. Woo! And you're going to look around your forest. Woo! And you're going to make sure everything is in place. Woo! And you're going to make sure everybody is safe. Woo! 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 Because you're watching. Woo! Woo! Oh, let's go and do a little patrol flight. Woo! 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 Take out your nice long owl wings. Woo! 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 Oh, you feel like having a little owl swim. That's actually quite a nice idea. So slowly coming back down onto the water, reaching down for the pond and coming forward with your wings. Woo! Very good. Forward with your wings. Woo! Very good. Forward with your wings. Woo! That feels so lovely and so refreshing. Woo! 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 Very nice. And just straight across from the pond, we have the beautiful butterflies who are getting ready to sleep. That's so cool. Amazing. Okay. Now, be gentle with the butterflies. Ready? Bringing your feet together. Fly your butterfly wings. Okay. Think of your butterfly color. All right. And let's get ready for a butterfly song. And we get ready to say goodbye to today. Ready? So holding onto your big toes, catch your big toes with your peace fingers, with your index and middle finger, and flap your butterfly wings. Really nice. Look at those gorgeous butterfly wings. Amazing. And as we begin to see that twilight, that's the owl's hour, the butterflies begin to get ready to go to bed. Ready for the butterfly song? Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. There goes one wing. Open it up. Give it a stretch before you put it to sleep until tomorrow. Beautiful. And slowly, other wing. Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. Find your other wing. All the way out, all the way up. Really good. Okay. Amazing. Good job. Let's see if we can go for double wings next time. Ready? Fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly, fly like a butterfly in the sky. Go up. Keep your belly strong. Good job. Okay, let's go for a flight. Fly like a butterfly. Well done. This is super hard. Fly like a butterfly. Fly like a butterfly in the sky. Beautiful. Put your wings away. Nice, amazing stretch before you put your wings to rest in your lovely cocoon and say goodbye to today's adventure. So coming across the side of the mat, you're gonna roll all the way down and reach for the tips of your mat, from the corners, from the edges of your mat. Pick it up and roll yourselves into a nice cocoon. Find a comfortable way for your arms. You can rest on your belly. You can rest on your back. Find a comfortable way for you to rest for a few moments, relaxing your body, relaxing yourselves, relaxing your mind. Connecting with your breath, slowly breathing all the way, making a nice balloon with your belly, and slowly letting go as you breathe out, making your body really nice and soft. And one more time, slowly breathing in. Into your big balloon. And softly breathing out as you let your balloon go away. And again, follow your breath, breathing into your nose, all the way into your belly, and breathing out, letting go of your belly, letting go of your balloon. As you stay with your belly rising and with your belly going away, remember all of the beautiful animals we saw in our forest adventure. We saw the tiger cubs, we saw the snakes, we saw the swimming snakes, we saw the mice hiding behind the rocks. We saw so many dogs. We ended up having such a big pack. And dogs took us all the way to the monkeys because they could follow the smell and they could hear them. We made some amazing trees. We watched the monkeys swinging from branch to branch. We met a very hungry bear looking around for fresh honey straight off the honeycomb. We saw some wonderful wild bees making the best honey from all those flowers and from all those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful trees. We saw the frogs and the happy toads. We saw the owls. And we put the butterflies to sleep. Very slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body. Begin to wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes, turn your body around. When you're ready, push the floor away, push the ground away. And we came back to where we started. Crisscross your legs, crisscross applesauce. Really good. You see, it's meditation and magic comes and joins in. All right, taking a big breath in, making a big crown over your head. Good. Wear a crown like a king and a queen. Beautiful crowns. Excellent. Nice crowns. Nice. And bringing your hands over your mouth and your throat and over your hearts. Namaste. Beautiful class. Well done for joining me in today's, yay, in today's wild forest. Okay. All right. Magic, are you going to stay there? Okay. All right. See, I'm telling you, he comes when the energy is very chill. Okay. All right. I'll bring the frog through because I don't want any further scratching on it. Okay. How did you guys feel? Favorite animals, favorite sections, favorite parts? Any questions?
This time with the kids was more fun to do it. Although they were climbing all the time on me, but it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, yes, that's what they do. How old are they? Hi, guys.
Yes. How old are you?
How old are you? Oh, wow. Okay, what was your favorite class? What was your favorite class? Was this your favorite class ever? Maybe. What was your favorite part of the class? What was your favorite animal? Which
Cat.
animal?
Your cat.
Oh, my cat. My panther, the black guy.
It's a panther.
Yeah, he's gone now, but he comes. Okay, so you connected with him. He's the best guy. I know. He's very special. Okay, thank you for sharing. I'm glad you enjoyed the panther. And your brother is how old?
Quanti anni hai, Charlie? E poi così?
4.
No, 3.
3.
3.
Parla italiano?
3.
3.
Italian to them?
I speak Italian, Spanish. They play together in English, and they speak German in school, in kindergarten.
Yeah, okay. So multilingual environments. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, great stuff. All right. So for those of you with multilingual families or environments, feel free to explore teaching in another language. Because yeah, it is fascinating. In the previous course in the spring, we had a pretty young school teacher, and she was sharing very kindly that at her university, there was a section in which they were teaching Irish through yoga, because that is their, of course, national language, besides English being the main, or the main language. But they don't want to lose the culture, they don't want to lose their heritage, of course. So they teach Irish through yoga, which I thought was like, wow, that's really, really cool. Superb. Yeah, so just sharing that with you ladies. Okay, any more questions? Any more favorite animals? Any more favorite parts? Was there an educational element in this morning's class, in the previous class, and in this one? Do you think there was an educational element? Did you learn anything, or did your inner child learn anything, or did your children learn anything? More? Someone saying more? Sorry, it's in the chat. Oh, you preferred this morning? Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's just different classes. They suit different styles, different needs, different energies, different moods, different locations. So that's fine. Yeah, the first sessions are more accessible, and the second sessions require a little bit more strength, more stamina, more endurance. Okay, bit more practice, maybe slightly older kids or kids with really high energies. That's why the dogs go so woof woof woof, and they get so excited, and it's all sensory, and it's all, they follow the smells, and then they find the smell they're looking for. That's the whole point. Any educational aspect? No. Educational elements or educational aspects?
I think it's good also for concentration, because the kids should be concentrate to do everything. It helps also to release.
Yeah, it's yoga is huge for focus.
Yeah.
It's one of the benefits, one of the key benefits or elements in let's say marketing or selling classes, because for adults and for children, yoga does really help build focus or sustain focus, because again, you have to go through different sections in kids classes and different themes and topics, and then you also have to be able to find your body parts. So
Yeah.
there's integration. So you're like switching from a monkey to a tree, from an owl to a butterfly, and it's just like very different animals or insects, and you require using very different body parts. Okay, so yes, for focus there is I'm still looking for any scope, any room for educational elements. No. Okay, Lila, do you think there was anything educational? You're still in school if you're around. Or do you understand the question? So yes, go Avi.
I just want to say that I really learned a lot because I mean basically this is what exactly I use in school, but I mean it's really educational, right? What every movement you made is really it counts in any ways. And so also I have to learn start like you do a lot of movement. I think that helps to bring the kids attention because I was having that problem. They get bored easily after 5-10 minutes. I'm thinking, but it really helped me from your talking and movement and just do all these things. It really helps.
Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, thank you. I appreciate the feedback because that's what it is about. You have to be able to produce something and offer something that is engaging for the
Yeah.
kids. And you also offering an educational aspect. So, in the educational aspects that you see in this class in particular, for example, you see that the bear eats honey, and that after having a honey overdose almost, having had a lot of, I don't like using the word overdose for kids, but after having had a huge amount of honey, he's just so full. Again, like the crocodile, he falls asleep. So you understand that when you have food, then you have to rest. Okay, or you should. Okay, it's also part of that rest and digest mode. Then you're in a safe space. Your belly is full, you're in bliss, you sleep. Okay, educational elements as well. The owls, they live in the trees, they come out at twilight, they fly through the night, they monitor the space, they keep the safety in the forest, they are wise. They swim, the owls swim. So you learn a lot about each and every animal. The dogs, they go together in packs. So the dogs are actually a lot happier once they met other wild dogs, and it really didn't matter. Dogs just tag along. Dogs are just, they're just so nice, so grateful, so chilled. Yeah.
Is it okay? So the way I look at it is like you're telling a story, like a storytelling. But is that okay if sometimes it's like if I miss a bit here and there and then I continue, it doesn't matter how it works? Because yours is really like from, it goes smoothly, right?
Yeah, the stories have a beginning, peak, and an end to the story. And in the transition, I try to keep it as real as possible. So most of the elements that you see, if you go in a wild forest, it's likely that you're going to bump into all of these animals, right? So there's a lot of the location and the time and the place, because you go through the day or you go through the afternoon and you go through the journey. In the warm up, we took a flight and I was listing different forests that that I know. And again, if you have kids, maybe they start connecting and associating two forests that they also know, or they just start totally randomizing two forests that they've just made up, which is also good. That's again the fantasy element that we have the privilege to have in yoga, of having in yoga. And yeah, you can, I mean, not every class is like this, and you have to sometimes divert or stop or address behavior or help with the mats, or somebody cries if they're very, very small. Some children get triggered and it's beyond your control because you do the bumblebee and they just freak out. And it's a pleasant exercise, but it has the right opposite effect because they have this fear or this phobia of bees, and yeah, it's beyond your control. So these things can happen. It's a very, very young age group, and we're still learning, and then eventually, well, hopefully they learn to overcome as well the fact that yeah, I mean, it's okay to play a bee, and it's not dangerous. Okay, it's not going to attack you. It's just a prop. But you know, the subconscious doesn't really understand that, especially if it's a trigger. Okay. So yes, you allow for a lot of, when you start practicing, you will see it's like, okay, Carla puts a story together and she makes it flow. But if you were seeing these classes taught with children in a studio, or in a, you know, in a kids center, it perhaps would be different. Okay, because of the reality of working with kids. These classes are, like I always say, this is like a collection. And when you go to a fashion show and they present a collection, it's all shown or showcased by professional models. So you get the best of the best to show the collection. Then the reality is not really like that. I mean, people don't look like that in the street. Okay, you have to adapt, but that's fashion and it's the trend, and you want to, you know, look as beautiful as possible because that's the designer's creation, and the colors and the textures and the fabrics and the models all look fantastic, and these are the new trends. But then, of course, you have to adapt to reality, real life people who wear couture, or who need office wear, or who need active wear, or whatever it is that we need, so that it gets broken down from what you see in the high street to what you see on the, you know, on the catwalk. So this is like samples and a catalog of inspiration for you, so that you get an idea that yes, children's classes are taught through themes. We ignite imagination. We play with a lot of props. We set up an educational story, and we adapt the original poses, which were created for an adult body, to a children's body. So we make it accessible for them. Okay. And it's through play, and they connect to animals and they connect to nature as they originally did. Yeah. Okay. You have a question, Christelle?
Yes, I wonder if throughout the program you'll be able to send us like a video of a real class with several kids, maybe of you or someone else who is giving the class. So we see, like as you said, this is like a catalog and it's the perfect one, so we learn. And I would love to see how in real life this class will look like. Do
Yeah,
you
this
see
is
something like that?
that's the drawback, or the difference from having online trainings to having in-person trainings. In person, you can invite children. Online, it's really hard. You get to see your own children. So, I would encourage you, as possible, to have your children join in, and then you see that reality and you see how the children engage. Even if it's 3 minutes, it's okay. Today's 3 minutes, and then they will build. Okay, 3 minutes eventually becomes 20. When you do your practice as well, when you do your offline tasks, you have to record yourselves and then upload those videos.
Yeah, I know, but I would like to see you as a professional. I mean, as a professional, even if it's an online, I would love to see how a class would look like. So how
Yeah,
can I do that? Shall I
yeah,
go to a class, enroll in a class with a teacher and kids to see how they would behave? Many. It's not
yeah. I
like
mean,
only two kids.
you can do that in many ways, but this is one of the things online. We cannot, like, I don't have children available, because the space doesn't allow, and logistically it's just really, really hard to make that possible. But there are a lot of online videos, and there are a lot of classes that you can, of course, attend and observe and join in and partake, and then you get to see the experience as well, for yourself as an adult, and then for your kids also to participate. But the best way is to practice, and the best way is to also learn from each other. So my advice would be, okay, you get from the sample classes in which you also participate what works for you and the essence and the idea, and then from the work that you do offline, you also get a lot of your own experience. This didn't work quite so well, this was fantastic, this, I don't know, I had to improvise this, I don't even know how we ended up doing that. Because that's the reality. Once you have 2, 3, 5 kids, work with your own children, invite the friends over. So, you know, it requires time planning and a lot of practice. And then also, once we start uploading videos, I do recommend you observe the videos that go in that album, because then you get to learn from each other. And they tend to be pretty short, okay? Because it's just that practice of that breathing exercise, or it's a practice of that sun salutation. And yeah, that you slowly begin to build, okay? But yes, observations are welcome, and I recommend you observe kids' classes as much as you can from different teachers, not just from me. Okay, all right.
Okay, and the forest thing you did now was for an older kids or just a more strong kids?
I would pitch it to, I wouldn't do this class with 2-year-olds, maybe some elements, but 3 to 4 up. Yeah, 3 to 4 and above. I think I
Okay,
mentioned.
and those stories that you created, is there a way that we have, like, how can I replicate it? I just need to rewatch it, write down the animals you mentioned.
Yeah, so you need to practice and you need to come up with your own stories. I mean, you're welcome to use some of these, but there's only so many we do on the course, because it's also back to back and it's a short course. So this really is an introduction for adults to understand that children can be taught yoga through storytelling, and that the poses again take the shape of animals and nature and trees and flowers and plants, and you get to play with all those elements. I play a lot with props because it helps me also with a language barrier. It's just really easy for me to say this is a frog and the frog sits up tall, etc. So even if you're not fluent in English, you're learning English, or you don't speak any English at all because you've just arrived from a non-English speaking country, and you understand, you can see this is a frog and she sits up tall. So then you learn by seeing. And then again, like they were doing in Ireland, it's a linguistic immersion in which you learn through visual stimulation and movement. Okay, so it's great for kinetic learning as well. But in terms of putting stories together, that's your style, that's your imagination. Some people are natural storytellers, like we discussed earlier on. Some people are really attuned with their imagination, and some people are more into the use of logic, and it's both fine. Ideally, you want to find a balance, but nobody has a perfectly aligned hemisphere of the brain in which your creative and your logic are level. Yeah, we tend to have a stronger or a dominant side, but that again, you can always improve by practicing. Okay, so there's a lot of work behind, yeah, the sampling that you see. Okay, I hope that helps. We have to move on to the next section after we did breathing earlier on. We have to go and check out what children are like, what they are. Okay, so just 2 seconds because I need to change the screen. So take a little minute. Here we go. See if it wants to play from here. Okay, now I do see the screen and it's loaded. Let's see if we can share it without any further ado. No, it's just, it stops doing that. I don't know why it's doing this. Does this help? No. Does this help? No. I have to stop and start it again. I don't know. It's got a mind of its own. I assume it's never done this before. Okay. Let's try. No, it really does not want to share. Oh, come on. Be nice to me. Is it sharing now? Yeah. We got it. Okay. So you see me in action here at, I think, Yoga Fest a few years back. And there you go. That's doing some double poses or some partner poses with kids and mums. And yeah, this is namaste to the wonderful world of kids yoga and mindfulness. where we discover what kids are like, all right? Small people, we mustn't forget that they are just a small person. A child is a person, okay? It's a full-on person, but just in a smaller scale. So they're human, they're sensitive, also they're emotional, of course. There's a logical side to them, absolutely. They're creative. They also independent, and they also grow and they change every day, right? But it's really important to remember they like to be involved, so they like to be included rather than being told what to do. It's really nice to actually welcome their ideas and embed their ideas and share the ideas with everyone. So again, like we said this morning, or in the earlier session, in yoga, we have the privilege of doing that because we ask questions and we interact, and they get the opportunity to share. What was your favorite part? What was the best color? Where do you think we're going? Etc. So all of these small things make a big difference in a child's world, okay? And that makes them really enjoy what you do with them. So they also like to express their dreams and their feelings, especially those who are very connected to their imagination. So normally after class, after you've gone through all of that shift in energy, all of that movement, all of that excitement, all of that discovery, all of that, adventure, seeking and exploration, if you ask them, oh, some of them, they just tell you everything about that bear and how the bear was feeling and what the bear was doing and where the bear was coming from and what the bear's morning had been like, and so on and so forth, because they were really connected to the experience and they really loved, or the bear, or it could be the dog, or any other of the elements that they've covered in that class. And it's really important that you give them a little time to actually express and share that with you. Okay, they love to experiment and explore, especially boys. This is part of their development. So again, without compromising safety, and I know this can be a little bit controversial, but without majorly compromising safety, especially for boys, it's important to allow for them to experiment and explore and see. Sometimes there's a limit to things. So boys, it's in their nature. They are more physical than girls, and by all means they should be. So if you have a male dominated class, or if you have mixed classes, or if you're teaching boys only, it's always going to be a more physical class. So this second class, generally speaking, is better suited for the male gender. Okay, they are stronger because they are males, and they have bigger energies and tend to have bigger bodies as well, and they really 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 enjoy working with their bodies. They have a different physicality from girls. Okay, that's just the way it is because we are different. Okay, but everybody's welcome to try everything, but if you give them the option to try, they will try in a different way. Okay, and yes, sometimes boys is like, oh my goodness, you guys, what's happening? And they just don't see the dangers because they just see the fun. Okay, so again, without compromising safety, but I always give boys a little bit more leeway in terms of exploration and physicality because they need it, and they need it, and it's in benefit to their development. So they climb and they hang and they swing and they fall, and it's okay. All right, it's a height that they can manage the fall, and their bodies don't break. And everywhere tends to be very protected and very much padded up now. Okay, so they don't bruise, etc. But please allow for a little bit more scope in physicality and in exploration, and sometimes in risk taking for boys because they need it. They're very curious. They like to show their discoveries. They like to share things with you. They like to teach you something. They normally come, can I tell you something? Can I show you something? Yes, that's it. They need that time, okay? And it's important that they share, because if no, not now, we don't have time, we're in a hurry, we're late, then there's never an opportunity for the child to share anything. So please allow some time. Maybe it's even worth that you cut your session short for 5 minutes, or that you include in your session those 5 to 7 minutes of sharing, because it's part of mindfulness, and it's really important that the kids get to share, even if they're just talking randomosities. Fine, no problem. They're talking, they're expressing, they're sharing. That's what the message is about. Okay, and that also embraces point 5. Every child is different, and therefore indeed very special. Okay, so what makes no sense to you makes full sense to somebody else. That's just fine. Okay, so please remember that. Now, what happens in a kids yoga class? anything anything and everything, is just expect the unexpected, and always embrace it with an open heart. I think that's one of the best pieces of advice I can give you. So you go through themes, you go through topics, you go through storytelling, you go through animation, you go through fun, fantasy, all the colors, all the glitter, all the, oh, if it's more female dominated, you go through all the mermaids, you go through all the unicorns, and you will see as we complete the course. And then there's of course always the adventure and educational element. Okay, expect the unexpected, because anything can happen anytime, and that's why you always have to keep so many eyes around, and that's why you have to have really good support if the classes are big and they start getting popular. Okay, so you want to encourage the kids to stay within the mat space, so that is the safe space, and you tell them the floor is lava or whatever you find works for you. But they should be working from the mat space, from the mat area, which at first is really challenging because they have really little spatial awareness, especially 2-year-olds. But slowly, you direct them to the mat. Okay. So on your mats, come on your mats. Again, there's a lot of starting and stopping, stopping and starting. On your mats, on your mats. See magic. There's a lot of chatting, there's a lot of giggling, there's a lot of laughing away, there's again sometimes crying. You do a pose, you do a twist, you turn around, it triggers something in the child's nervous system and the child's body. They're not ready for it and they need to release. Crying is a release. Crying, throwing up, laughing, these are all energetic releases and sometimes purges. So as long as the child's not hurt or badly hurt, a cry is just a reset. Okay, so acknowledge, don't ignore it, offer them water, offer them time, offer them a hug, offer them to come on your mat so they feel acknowledged and secured and protected, they feel safe, and let it just go away. Okay, I don't make like this big drama because a child is crying. I just keep going. Okay, but I do acknowledge just for a minute. I have my strategies to actually bring them closer and making them feel safe. Point 1 is safety. If a child is not, a child or an adult is not feeling safe, it's a struggle. Okay, and if a child is not constantly feeling safe, the struggle really becomes a big struggle, a big issue. Okay, lots of running, lots of jumping around, because you want to release that energy, especially if you're coming in after school and they've had a long day and they've been kept in a room and been sat at little chairs and little desks, and the body needs to move. We're not made for, same as our brains are not made for iPads and mobile phones when we're so young at all, but especially when we're so young and our brains are developing, the body's also not made for limited movement or no movement. So this is an opportunity to actually embrace the movement, and then you get an opportunity to relax. They also like to watch. A lot of kids don't really engage the first time around. They just rather watch. They don't know what yoga class is like. They don't know who you are, what you like, what you're going to be doing. So it's okay. There's no obligation. They're welcome to watch. And sometimes it's a learning style. They prefer to observe. They're observant. So this is how they learn. They watch, they learn it, and then they probably do it at home. Or they will do it when they're ready. I've had kids attend classes for like 4-6 weeks and they're not doing anything at all or much. And then all of a sudden, week 7, week 8, they've actually had that exposure to the session. So they've learned, and when they're ready, they join. It's like, okay, fine. That's again, it's a learning style, and I respect it as long as they're not disrupting the session for anyone. That's good. So they're just watching as you're watching anything else live. It's a live show. Children like discipline, they like structure, they like repetition, and they like patterns. Why? Because that is safe. Okay. They also like to understand someone has a sense of authority because that is safe. Okay, it brings them to safety. Meditation, relaxation, breathing exercises, they love that because it's really, really soothing. It's really, really pleasant. Okay. Classes tend to be educational, inclusive, so you adapt to their needs. And there's the self-regulation and the self-control and the self-learning element, which brings the overall 360 feel-good factor, and that makes them want to come back for more. Discipline is important. I do have my class rules. Again, my class rules may not be suitable for you or may not work, or some may work, some may not work. So this is really down to the individual. I recommend, of course, that the shoes come off, that the socks come off, that the mats are out, or that they take responsibility for the mats. You help them, but eventually I encourage the kids to do, it's like doing chores or course. It's a responsibility and it's part of the class, so that you come and take your shoes off, you get ready, you bring your water bottle, you take your mat, you roll it out. Normally mats are arranged in a circle. Okay, so we make like a sundial, like a clock. So we bring the mats as the hours of the clock, okay, in completing a circle. Food I don't allow, it's a safety thing. So if somebody's having a snack, I just, okay, finish off your snack. It's important that you have energy. Sit down or finish off your banana or your biscuits or your crackers or whatever it is that you're having. And when you're good, put your wrapping in the bin, bring your water bottle, and if it's something chocolatey or whatever that needs a tissue or a wet wipe, that's fine. We arrange for that, and then come on the mat when you're ready. Okay. But I never allow food around because, again, it's a safety thing and it's also exceptionally messy and it's a hygiene issue, and I don't know what else. So no food, drinks, yes, water, toys. Toys is sensitive because sometimes they're really attached to the toy, and again, the toy is safety. So, okay, some toys they come on the mat, like this big panther. Okay. So eventually you bring the toy to the side, and sometimes I've had kids learn and then they teach their toys. So then the toys become part of the class because the toy is learning. They normally do that if one of the parents is a teacher, because again, it's in their cellular coding. They've learned, and sometimes teachers are teachers 4 generations through. So that's really embedded in their nervous system. So they do that automatically. It's just very natural to them. So that's okay. I embrace that. I just think it's actually really cute that you bring your toy, that you learn, and then you teach your toy to do whatever yoga pose we've covered in that class. Okay. Safety, but again, it may not work for everyone. So just sharing that is an option. Before I go to safety, sorry, it's a learning to share space. Is a safe space. We use props. We have to be sensible. We have to be respectful. We have to have listening ears, and we have a lot of repetition because that builds a foundation. Okay, so there's a lot of drilling. There's a lot of dogs. There's a lot of snakes. There's a lot of snakes. There's a lot of dogs, because those are foundational poses. Okay, tigers or cats, those are foundational poses in which you're very safe. You're on your all fours, or you're on your belly, or you're stretching your spine, and then you build on from those. Okay, but those elements are almost always there. Okay, and they repeat themselves sometimes, or often. Safety, yes. Age group specific 2 to 5. You want to work on these core poses really on a foundational, on a basic level. You want to work on body awareness, and you want to stimulate play. Toddlers, children, they're not playing enough. Okay, I'm not going to say everybody, but in general circumstances, they've forgotten to play. Now it's coming back with the forest schools and outdoor classrooms, etc. Excuse me, etc. It's now like coming back, like vibration, healing through vibration, and sorry, and that's becoming therapy, sound, all of this. So we're going back to basics in some aspects as we're going into artificial intelligence in some other aspects. So there's like a dichotomy in there. I still haven't figured out. Let's find a happy medium. But yes, at this age, play, 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 play. Okay. The bodies are still developing and they cannot hold poses for a long time. That's why we also have so many changes and they're so quick. So your bodies as adults, you have to be mindful of, because we do those changes that are a little abrupt sometimes and you would never do in adult classes, but in kids classes you just go fast, next pose, and this and that and the next animal. So careful, be mindful always of hips, knees, lower back, shoulders, and just be gentle to your body, because your body is your tool of work. And you have to respect it and you have to love it very much, because it's your best friend, okay, and you only get one. So just remember that. And there's a big difference in between a children's body and or child's body and an adult body in terms of performance and response. Okay, always use encouragement to try and try again, or give it a try, give it a go. It doesn't have to be perfect. Give them options. So in the trees you can hold hands with another tree, hold your branches. You can find a spot that's going to help you make your tree happen. You can make a smaller tree, you can make a bigger tree. I don't really show the big tree just today. You guys were so amazing in the big trees. I thought, okay, let's go, let's give it a try. There's no harm, because we do also make big trees, but normally at this age group, I just keep it to the calf level, avoiding the knee area, so avoiding the joints. We go down on the ground, baby tree, or then to the calf. And if they can find some balance in there, that's amazing, okay? Slowly, we build it. And if they don't want to do it, that's okay. Maybe it's not a pose for them. Maybe it's not a good day. So there's no obligations. You want to try? Great. You don't want to try? Okay, next time. You sure you don't want to try? Okay, next time. No problem. And they appreciate the fact that you're respecting that today they just don't want to do this pose. They don't want to try it. Okay. Child and inner child, which we did slightly touch upon earlier on, is the part of our mind in which our emotional experiences from the childhood years are stored. So there is a section in the emotional brain that stores childhood experiences, and they could be good. It's normally associated to bad experiences, which I fully disagree with. You have good experiences in your childhood years, hopefully more than bad experiences, but bad experiences are also a reality. I'm not trying to step out of the fact that sometimes, and a bad experience can be an experience for me and a bad experience for you. And just I don't even remember that happen experience for somebody else, because we're all different and it's the same experience. Okay, this is a lens, let's say, from the adult body. Imagine you're wearing this lens, or you're able to look through this lens, and we view our current experiences through it. So sometimes we get reactions in adults that are illogical, irrational, unexpected, random, and you literally don't see coming. And that is coming from an inner child experience. Okay. We do talk a lot about wounds, wounds in the inner children, and wounds in children as well. And these are the, let's say, not so positive parts that still need some work, still need acknowledging, and still need healing. And as a child, the child is not responsible for these. The child is just experiencing life in the best possible way they can. But it is the adult's responsibility to actually look into it and heal it, or else it's never going to go away. Okay. I like to always focus more on the positive, on the loving parts of ourselves. So it's, let's say, it's a softer side. It's a more tender, more vulnerable side. Okay. Which is not the wounded aspect, but it's really pure. And that's the pure childhood experience that you still can connect to and with from your adult body. from your adult self. And a lot of it happens in practicing children's yoga classes or teaching children's yoga. So you still connect through the adult body to and with the child, for and with the other children. Okay. Up to the age of 7 or 8, the child is in an egocentric point of view. So everything is filtered through a self-assigned, self-centered, egocentric meaning. So everything is me, it's my house, it's my cat, it's my dog, it's my mom, it's my car, it's my school, it's my teacher, it's my unicorn, everything. It's, yeah, me, myself, and I. And then all of these egocentric experiences, these feelings and emotions are assigned and they are applied as stories we tell ourselves. Sometimes it's not the reality, but our reality and our perspective. And we carry these perspectives into adulthood. And perspective is something that's unique to everyone. Okay. So this is it for children and for inner children. And also, this is it for a yoga class. So some of you are asking, okay, is there a structure? Do we bring in props? And how do we organize a class? What's cool to bring into a class? What's not? So, of course, poses. Of course, the fun element. A lot of animals, a lot of nature, stories. Again, you don't have to always tell a story or a full story. Maybe some sections of stories are fine. What is the owl doing? What is the bear doing? So just those elements are okay, especially when you start putting classes together and they might be short, okay? Or the kids don't really follow yet because it's just early days for them. So you focus on the basics, you keep it nice and simple, short and sweet, less is more. And yeah, you slowly begin to build a story element. There are games as well. Some people are more into stories, some people are more into games, some people are into everything, some people are more into props. Some people use stories. Yeah, some people find it just gets too messy and the kids want to come and play with them. Yes, but you have to find a way around it. You have to find a way to navigate. There's of course music. You can have scents. You can have, because again, the sensory aspect is so important. I always encourage teachers to have some essential oils to burn incense and candles and all that. It's very tricky because you have to have lighters and stuff. Maybe incense once on, it just burns. So started before the children come, but it also gets a little bit intense. So have a window open or have the door open so the room doesn't get too heavy. Okay. But there's some fantastic scents that just come in a spray, and the natural oils and the watered down. Oh, you can make them yourself, just water down any lavender or lemongrass or anything that's pleasant. Some sage, and it's just super nice. It's a really super good feeling. Okay, it makes a nice positive impact. Sounds as well. You can have the sound bowls, you can have the bells, you can have, of course, songs. I cannot use sounds here because of the AI, so it kind of blocks them. But yeah, you're welcome in real life, of course. You can share facts with them for children who are very technical, for children who are very specific. Again, that child that goes to one side and the other side rather than being the aircraft. You can share facts. They do enjoy learning a lot, especially again the scientists, the researchers, engineers. They love that because that's how they learn. That's how they feel they've learned something, and that's what gives them the sense of oh wow, this was fascinating. Okay. Yes, a lot of breathing, a lot of breathing, a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, and there's also relaxation. Okay. That's pretty much the essence of it. Another important thing, as I bring you back, which I just touched upon yesterday, was adult to child ratio. Now we have different countries, different parts of the world here. Do you know what the adult to child ratio is? Do you know what it is? Do you know what I'm talking about? Part one of the question.
One
What
to
does it, What does it mean?
It means how many teachers need to be with how many kids in a school class or in a yoga class.
Yeah, in any class, in any environment, you have to have a number of adults to a number of children. That's perfect. Thank you, Giselle. Okay. So, the younger they are, the more adults you have to have. So, do you know what the adult to child ratio is in your country or where you live? Doesn't have to be your country, but where you live. No. Thank you for your honesty. Well, check it. I can tell you what it is for us in the UAE. I can tell you what it was before, and then you tell me what your opinion is. So, babies, I'm not going to go into because we don't really teach babies, okay? But toddlers up to the age of 3. So, toddlers below 3, I think it's 1.5 to 3, 1.8 to 3. We have 1 to 5. Okay, so it's 1 adult to every 5 toddlers. Yeah, for any class, for any activity. Okay, and then after 3, so 3 to 6 is 1 adult for every 8 toddlers or children. Okay, older toddlers into small kiddos. So it's 1 to 8. Does that resonate? Or you're like, I really don't know, I would have to research, which is fine, but just really look into it. It would be my advice. Ours changed. We used to have, and this was in the UK as well as in the US, as far as I'm aware, and I'm just generalizing here. Before COVID, funnily enough, we used to have 1 to 3, so 1 adult for every 3 toddlers below 3 years old. Okay, so you would have 1 teacher to 3 kiddos, to 3 little ones, and then 1 teacher for every 5 children up to the age of 6, which was, in my humble opinion and in my experience, a lot better to handle, because by the age the 4, 5, 6, they already handle toilets, they handle the mats, they follow instructions, they understand you, you understand them. So the child has a lot more independence. So to handle 5 to 1 adult, it's okay. Just okay. All right. But to handle 8 to 1 adult, and it's also not just childcare, is the fact that you are expected to teach an activity. I think that's a little bit ambitious, but that is the law. That's the reality. Okay. So just to make you aware, in every place that you teach, or if you move country, just check, because it's important, because you're the responsible adult for the group. Okay. So I always recommend having a helper or having somebody to support, having a second teacher, or having maybe a parent who's able to help. Just again, with the very, very little ones, even if there's no need for toilet, if you turn around, the child has just sometimes, oh, there's a child, and you're like, come back here, because they're just exploring, they're just learning, they're just not really following where they are. It doesn't really matter to them, that's not important. They're just in their discovery, they're in their journey. Some kids are very calm, and some kids have a bit more drive to actually explore, and they just take off. So of course it's hard to handle 5 children below the age of 3 to 1 person. Okay. So that's important for you to make a note. And then that brings us to sun salutations. Okay. If we asked this morning, is there a structure to a kids yoga class? Do we do sun salutations? Yes. What are the sun salutations that you have experienced so far in today's classes? Do you remember? Yeah. Okay, that was one part. You say hello to the sun and you find your toes, you say hello to your toes. Okay.
I think the sun salutation that you gave is basically, you know how's adult salutation, right? but you make it more interesting, but the same structure somehow or rather, because sun down.
Yeah.
So instead of, doing more, it's already a good exercise for them. And they thought it's a lot too.
Yeah. When you're two, just stretching all the way up, finding all the way up and stretching all the way up is a lot. And then, finding all the way down and stretching all the way down in your forefoot is already a lot. But so, yes, you've said it. I just take the sun salutation, the adult sun salutation, and I break it down to something that's accessible, more engaging, more fun to the kids. And then I do the second half, which is on the floor, on the ground, when we go all the way down on your hands, on your knees. It depends on which animal we're coming from, but it's normally on your hands, on your knees, and then you make a bridge, and then your knees go down, and then your belly goes down, and you come up again in your snake, and then you go into your dog, and then your dog runs your feet to your hands. Okay, and then you can do it again, or you can continue with another element, with another section, and then you can also do it again. In today's class, in the last one, we could have done another sunset. We did two. We could have done another one had the kids been older, or with planning for an older group, slightly older group, or very well trained, very physical, again, a bit more maybe male dominated, or with strong physicality, with good endurance. Sure, absolutely, just do another section, and then the sun salutations you can always like come back to and embed in between sections. Okay, so we're going to practice the adult sun salutation, just to remind you, and then we're going to practice the kids sun salutation. Okay, so everybody coming
Sorry,
back.
just 1 minute. How many repetition do you think for these toddlers in one
Toddlers
asana?
for really little beginners, I just do one. Like you saw this morning, hello, we did the star, we spent time doing the star, we spent time doing the moon, and then we found the sun, and then we said, hello, sun, hello, my toes, and then we went to the ground, and off we went to see the animals in the zoo. Yeah, that was more than enough. And then for the second half, we did hello, sun, we did some marching, and then we did hello sun, and then we saw the dogs, and then we saw the snakes again, and then we had the dogs running. There's a lot of core strength in that one, because there's a lot of dogs running, and there's a lot of dogs with the legs up, and then the dogs meet the other dogs, and then they do it again, and you can do it a third time. Okay, maybe in between the monkeys and the owls you can do it again, or in between the monkeys and the bears you could do it again. Okay, sure. It just depends on the energy levels. It depends on the class per se, on the time that you have, on how well practiced they are. But it's a core strengthening. It's a core strengthening class. Okay, so making some room here. We're going to do the adult sun salutation, and then we're going to do the kid sun salutation, or a version of it. I mean, you can change it around. Snake stays there. Breathing bulls. I haven't forgotten about the props, Christelle. I will share. Okay, as we finish this side. Okay, excellent. So everybody standing really nice and tall. Toes are pointing forward. Taking a big breath into your body, reaching hands all the way up. Tummy in, navel to spine, stretch all the way up, fingertips to the ceiling. Enjoy the stretch, and you can even enjoy a gentle back bend in here. And slowly keeping your belly in, keeping your knees soft, coming all the way forward. Follow your fingertips, really good, all the way down to the floor. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your hands. If you need to bend down your knees a little further more, for your hands to reach down to the floor, please go ahead and do so. All right, and now from here, we're going to find a right leg and bring it all the way to the back. Just to warm the body up, we're going to keep our right knee down, and we're really going to pay attention to our left knee. We want our left knee to be in a right angle down to our ankle, okay? So we want to keep our left shoulder and our left knee to the same level, and we're going to make sure that our shin line is straight down to the mat. Okay, we're going to take a big breath in, and we're going to find our knees to the same level and our wrists to the same level. So then we're making a box. Okay, and our body is really nice and stable here in our box. And this is a very safe position for us to actually build a plank. So we're going to extend the right leg away, engage your core, and the left leg away, curling your toes under, and the weight is forward. You want to make sure you've got space in between your fingers. Very good, space in between your fingers. Good job. And just hold your plank. If it's challenging, just stay down onto your knees. So this is a safer option. Okay, you can always work your plank from your half plank. Okay, plank from the knees, but still you want the weight to go forward and you want the spine to be in a diagonal line. So what you want in plank is the alignment as shoulders above your wrist, space in between your fingers, toes curled under. If the knees go off the floor, you still want the body to go forward. It's like you're going to take off. So you don't want your head to drop. You want your eye line to be kind of a meter ahead. You want to engage the shoulders and shoulder blades, so you don't want to be dipping in here. You want a full upper back, so you're literally pushing the floor away. Imagine you want to push a big gate open, okay? And you need all your upper body power, and your body is in a straight diagonal line, okay? And now you're holding here with me. Your core should be burning by now, okay? Let's be safe. Knees down. Now, this is a tricky transition, and it's one of the most important. Elbows go into your body. So elbows go back, they retract. Shoulders away from the ears, and you're dropping with your chest and your nose. Chin, chest, yeah, knees down. And then you're coming to the ground. Now in here, to make a safe cobra, to make a safe bhujangasana, elbows into the body. Careful here. Elbows stay together like a grasshopper. Careful here with the neck, especially for teachers, because we're always talking and our heads are up. So your neck wants to be straight. Your neck is part of your spine, okay? You want to take a big breath in, engage your core, and you're lifting from your core. You're not lifting from your neck. Okay, not too much, just be gentle, lifting from the core so your upper back is also working. Okay, good. Taking a big breath in, you can go a little bit higher, and if you want to go all the way up, then you're coming into an up dog and your legs go off the mat. Okay, come past your knees, curl your toes under, so you want to protect your lower back. You still have a lot of space in between your fingers. Big hands. Curl your toes under and lift your tail up. So in your down dog, you want the spine to be straight. The main body part in down dog is the spine. Okay? You don't want to have the legs straight. Let me try it. See if my body can do it. If you don't want to have your legs straight and then your back is doing something else. Okay? You want to have your legs bent and help your tail go up. That's why when we were doing the classes, that realigns your spine. When we were doing the class, I was telling you, tail all the way up, get the dogs to bend the legs, okay? Knees bent, tail up, crown of the head down. And you want the crown of the head down, shoulders away from the ears, okay? And you want the neck to be relaxed. Now you want to find your right foot, take a big step and send it through. And now it's the same rule that applies in terms of alignment. You want to protect the knee joint. You always want to protect the joints. So you want the shoulder, the knee, and the shin line to be in a right angle with the ankle. Okay? So your arm and your shin bone go together. Yeah? If I'm almost covering my leg, my lower leg with my arm. Curl your back toes under, take a big breath in, and hop. Feet together to the top line of your mat, forward fold, and then slowly bend your knees or keeping your knees soft. Extend your arms away, extend, extend, extend. Good job, and you rise up. Okay, we're going to do the other side. We're going to go a little bit faster. And I'm not going to stop in the first side, as in knee down. I'm going to go straight into a plank, okay? So feel free to go straight into a full plank or half plank. Oh, you can't see me here. Here we go. That's better. Okay, so taking a big breath in, reaching your hands up. And slowly, gentle back bend. Very good. And forward fold, bringing your hands together, keeping your knees soft. Bringing your nose tip to your knees if you can. And again, keeping your legs straight, but your knees soft. Find your left leg, bring it all the way back. We're going straight into a full plank, space in between your fingers, and bring both legs together. And again, the weight wants to go forward. Now I'm dropping down from a full plank onto a chaturanga low plank, which is tough. You are welcome to try from your knees, okay? Again, this is for adults only. So elbows into your body. Yes, well done. And lower your chest down. If you can do this transition, you're welcome to elbows into your body. So you drop, you don't touch, and then you push from your toes forward and you change the curve in your spine. Okay, good job. And now taking a big breath in, turn your toes, turn your tail, space in between your hands, bend your knees, wiggle your head, rock your tail, find your left leg, take a big breath in, send it through. Good. The weight is forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Right foot through. Tip of the nose to your knees. Taking a big breath in, keeping your knees soft. Extend, breathe in, reach out. And we're coming back to the center. Okay? So that's the basic sun salutation from Hatha Yoga for beginners, and then stronger beginners once you're able to do the full plank. Okay? Now, for children, you can play around with a theme, and we're not going to go into themes now because that's one of your homework sections, but we're going to just focus on the poses that we do for the kids. So we're going to take a big breath in, we're going to reach your hands up, and we're going to say, hello, sun. Really good, fantastic. And then we're going to find our toes. Hello, my toes. Hello, my toes. And we can do this one more time. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. Hello, sun. Very good. And then we're going to find my toes. Hello, my toes. Hello, my toes. Hello, my toes. Very good. And then slowly from here, we're going to find the ground. We're going to keep our big hands, space in between our fingers, and we're going to make a box position. Okay, so from here we can go and play a cat. Meow. We can go and play a cow. Moo. Really good. We can stay in a neutral cat with a straight back and find a cat tail or the tiger tail. Meow. Very good. It's a happy cat. And the other way. Meow. Very good. And slowly you can also play with the cat's paws. Yeah, all the tiger's paws. Yeah, so in here you're doing a lot of core and coordination. You can build a bridge. One bridge, small bridge, big bridge, small bridge stays here, big bridge. You make the both legs. Yeah, extend, and you're still working a lot on your core. Encourage them to push so they're not sinking from the back and to look ahead so they're not compromising the back. And here you really want to protect the upper body. Okay, and slowly to lower down. I always encourage them for the most part to work from the knees, especially up to 6, 7. I don't go into full plank chaturanga. It's just too hard. Okay, elbows into your body and dropping your belly down. And from here, working on our upper body strength and our abs. And slowly down. And you can make circles with your snakes. Really good. You can take your snakes all the way up. And encourage a deeper back bend. If they can, once they're a bit more practiced, you can do a king cobra. My body doesn't do it. I keep practicing. Okay? Or I've improved. And then you can come past your knees, curl your toes under, woof, and do your dog. Okay? So in your down dog, again, you want to focus on the spine. Yeah. The main part and the main benefit of a down dog is that the spine is straight. My spine does it so much and has been doing it for so long, it concaves. Okay? It's not even that's a straight, like upside down mountain. My shoulders have a bit more range, so they go deeper. I'm just going deeper in the shoulder. The back is straight, but it doesn't visually look like it. Okay? And then from here, you can play with your dog. Woof, woof. I encourage a lot of jumping around just to move the energy in the spine, spinal cord, to release any tension in the lower back, in the legs. The legs store dark emotions. That's why we really need to move the legs a lot. That's in the energy body. In the physical body, the legs are big muscles. They're the biggest body part, the biggest muscle groups. So they need a lot of work and they can take it. And then you can shake. You can take a pee-pee break. You can do a tail dog. So nice long tail. Whoa! And you get in the tail all the way up. You can twist your dog if they're better practiced. Twist your dog to one side, to the other side. Very good. So you're almost coming into a backflip in there. And slowly, 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 you're running your feet to your hands. And then I do a little bit of tapping again to release energy in the legs and coming all the way back up to standing. And then we can do it again. We can do the other side. We can do with different animals, or we can carry on, have a few animals or a few more sections into the story, and then we do it again, or we just carry on with the story and we don't come back to sun salutations again. It really depends. That's the beauty in kids yoga classes. You do have a structure, but it's also open, okay, according to your story, to your storyline, or according to your theme or to your topic, if it suits better. Okay. Chriselle, you have a question, and if anybody else has questions, please have them ready.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a yoga teacher, but as far as I know, the 12 sequence, like the 12 steps, usually they don't include cat and cow, but you introduced it for the kids because it's flexible.
Yeah, because it mobilizes the spine. It's also safer for adults. So again, I go back to the same point I was explaining in those slides. The children's bodies warm up in a different way from ours. Okay, so you, as an adult of, I don't know, 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, and so on and so forth, okay, always 10 plus, you want to really work on a warm up. A 3-year-old doesn't need that because the body is still very loose, okay? They just need to move the body. But it's safer for your body to do a cat and cow. And it's better for the children to actually do a cat and cow to release the spine, to mobilize the vertebrae. Okay? So it's not part of the 12 poses in SURYA NAMASKAR, as in a hatha yoga traditional class, but it is a good one to bring into the first section before you go into sun salutation, or in between the standing and the finding the sun. So you can
So
also
in the exercise you're asking us to do, we can include cat and cow in the SURYA?
if it makes sense according to your story. Now in this one you didn't have a story. I just did an option for the dog is here, the cat is here, the cow is here, the snake in here. You can stay low, you can make a bigger snake, you can make a king cobra. But then if you're focusing on a sun salutation with a story, whatever suits the story. So if you want to incorporate cat and cow, what kind of story are you looking
The
at?
zoo, all the animals.
Yeah, you can do cat and cow at the zoo. You can also do the farm.
The farm, yeah. But the farm doesn't have a snake.
Well, okay, garden. Yeah, yeah.
Pet zoo.
The garden, the farm, the field, the meadow, all of those. It doesn't have to be so rigid, but any of those, I mean, it's not under the sea. Under the sea would make very little sense, okay? So the sea ones are for the mermaids and for the sharks and all that, you need another range. But for any of those, the zoo, the farm, the field, the meadow, the cat, the cow, they can go in. The cat, the cow, the dog, the snake, they can go in. The butterfly. So all of these are where you start with 2-year-olds, and it's also easier for them to relate to those poses. Does that make sense? Yeah, to those poses and those themes, because they are very close to them as young children.
Okay, and we don't go to a lizard. It's more like I go back to a kind of a tabletop.
Yeah. You
Bridge.
don't go to lizard. A child cannot sustain a lizard. Not yet.
Okay.
Yes.
all right.
Maybe 8, 9, 8, 9, yeah. A 2-year-old that cannot, their bodies cannot do that. I mean, a triangle does that. A star is like this until they open and they strengthen. Okay, they need to build some more body. Okay, Lila, I have a question for you. What happened to your ankle? I see you're wearing support and you're like hopping.
Oh, I sprained it during the beep test.
During the what test?
Beep test.
What is that?
It's like you have to run back and forth every time the alarm beeps. It's not very fun.
Okay, so it's sprained.
Yeah.
And it's, but you're wearing ice?
Yeah, I do ice and then I'm wearing the succulent.
Okay, okay. Take magnesium citrate, please.
Okay.
Magnesium citrate, okay, in spray, magnesium oil, or just take dissolved tablet before you go to bed. Don't take it now because it will put you to sleep, but take it if there's any tablets at home, take them, or if not, just get some. So that will help speed up the recovery and keep it up. Okay, all right. Good. Okay, any more questions? So I just wanted to know because I wanted to heal, I don't want to suffer. Okay, any more questions, ladies? Is it clear for sun salutations? Is it clear for breathing exercises? Yeah, is it clear for like structuring classes more or less? I know it's only day 1, but are we a little bit better than we were early this morning? Yeah, in terms of what to expect from a kids class and what to include, how to play, all of that. Yeah. Sure. Okay, great. So check out your I will pull it up. I think it's here just before we go. Check out your. Sorry, my throat is suffering a little bit. Okay, check out your homework section. As soon as the video is ready, I will upload it into day 1. I think it's just going to do one file. Sometimes it gets the break, but sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so can we see? Ay, ay, ay. Can we see now? I think now it's saying we are screen sharing. It does like it's on pause. Okay, maybe it's a new thing, but it's never done it before. Right. Right. Okay, so this weekend you have your reading sections there. I hope it's clear. From your pages 3 to 6, your start them young, benefits of kids yoga, benefits of yoga, points 1 to 5, yoga philosophy, and then you need to write up a brief on why you think teaching yoga and mindfulness from the age of 2 is so important in a young person's development. And are there any points which have gratefully surprised you? Can you please share that via email? That would be fantastic. And then reading on from the course manual, pages 7 to 11, how my body works. So you have additional resources on the drive. Please check them out. It's just a really nice and easy way of teaching children about how our body works. And the breathing section as well on your manual, which we did have a look at earlier on. What else is there? The SURYA NAMASKAR on the manual, you have it as well. And then you have to create your own SURYA NAMASKAR. We just did a little practice. And you need to prepare one for toddlers as possible and record the session and then upload it to our media drive as soon as it's ready, okay? So just do it from a fun way. Don't expect it to be perfect. Just make sure we can see you and we can hear you and the kids. If you don't have kids, you are welcome to practice with a family member, partner, or any other adult who's willing to help you play from the kids' role in practicing a sun salutation. Okay, and teaching 3 to 5 breathing exercises to toddlers. You can email me a brief comment. You can also film it. Okay, and then that gives us an opportunity for everyone to see how beautiful you were actually teaching all those breathing exercises to the children, right? But email me a brief comment explaining which exercises you taught and describing as well your experience. So maybe some were more accessible than others, and why do you think that was? Reading from the course manual, again, pages 7 to 11, how my body works, additional resources, and breathing section on manual. That's kind of the last point. Is summarizing everything. And then after tomorrow, reading from course manual pages 11 to 14. If you want to do it today, it's really up to you. If you have time, that's great. But deadline September 24, I would recommend you stick to the deadlines, or else it piles up. Okay. And brain anatomy, pages 11 to 14. We will do that tomorrow. Reading from the course manual, page 15. Yoga in classrooms. Write a brief about how you plan to introduce toddlers yoga in a school, nursery, in an early years center, kids activity center, kids sports center, or any other place. And we will go over why yoga in education is important tomorrow. And then also review the toddler poses on the manual and practice as much as possible. I mean, the secret to success in this game really is to practice. Okay, create your own main section, 7 to 10 minutes, practice with toddlers as possible, and record a session, upload to a media drive, and then reading from the course manual, pages 19 to 21. We start exploring more about Kriya Yoga for toddlers, and then I would very much like for you to write your opinion in brief about toddlers Kriya Yoga, which Bonnet knows about very, very well, but might be a new thing. Well, it's grown, it's grown in popularity, but it was a very new thing 10 years ago when we first started. And yeah, again, like everything else, it's just growing because it really works and it's really good. And again, we do Kriya for babies, and if we practice it on a regular basis, it's superb. Okay, lovely ladies. Thank you so much for today. I will wrap up the session if nobody else has any further questions. I love your glasses, Evie. They're so cool. You look like a cat. Meow. Now you're playing. And also, because you're directly working with children, I think you're going to have access to that. They'll be your best teachers. Yes, you're going to have access to to applying everything that you've learned, okay, and make it work for them and for you. Okay, for you and for them. Okay, lovely ladies, thank you so much for today. We're going to bring our hands into our hearts, bring our hands together in Namaste, or in prayer, and bow our heads. Thank you so much for sharing the time and the space with me today. I hope I've inspired you with all my teachings and all my learnings. We thank all the teachers who came before us. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day, beautiful ladies.
Thank
And
you.
tomorrow, same time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Right,
Bye.
bye, lovelies. I've connected your new email to the drive.
Yeah,
I have to
thank
go now to a client, but check it and let me know if it's working or not, and then we can reset it. Because it can be funny at times. It's got its moods.
It was, yeah. I checked earlier.
You checked already? Okay, good girl. Okay, all right. Okay, take care of your food then. Find some magnesium citrate. Sorry, not nitrate. Citrate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's
Bye.
Thank you.
about Frida. Bye now.
Bye.